Hello and welcome to not Shirley Povich Field. We're on the road, obviously, you can tell, because we're on a radio broadcast format tonight. All away games this season will be in that radio broadcast format. But without further ado, Big Train take on the Olney Cropdusters here in Olney. We're at First Responder Park here. Zach, on my right, I'm Carson Cass. How are you, bud?
Doing great. Excited to be here at OBGC Park for what is a family-friendly farm feel here. The Cropdusters got their overall uniforms looking. It's a very farm theme here at this park. Really fun environment here. Glad to be over here and just excited for another game of baseball with this Big Train.
Man on the mound is Marco Lavari as they'll start this top half out on defense. Of course, obviously in their lumberjack plaid, if you will, that are kind of mock lumberjack plaid overalls. Denim appearing on the pattern for the rest of the jerseys, but Big Train will line up like this. Julius Bonaris will lead us off. Cal Johnson followed by Brennan Wright, Daniel Machado, and Emilio Gonzalez, who walked the game off last night, 12-11. Logan Punnett, followed by Jackson Mirza, TJ Gramisty, and Will Hack to be the bottom three of this lineup. This Big Train squad coming off of a 12-11 victory last night. One unbelievable comeback. 6 runs at one point in the bottom half of the second inning.
Just an incredible match yesterday. I mean, if you missed even any second of that game, it was just back and forth. Both teams the whole game. Thunderbolts getting ahead early, and Big Train just not willing to go away. And Emilio Gonzalez hitting it into left field to walk off and win the game in the bottom of the ninth.
Marco Lavari in the number 7. He pitches out of LaSalle University. He is had 11 games there, but he is out of Vineland, New Jersey, St. Augustine Preparatory College. That one lined backwards towards the seats. 0-2 count to Bonaris, who took the first strike for strike one.
Yeah, Lavari over there at LaSalle having a good season. 28 strikeouts in just 11 games and 6 games started with his 25 innings pitched there. So really great return on strikeouts there at LaSalle.
He's going into his senior year, 0-2. That one high and away. Man behind the dish playing batter, he made his Springmeyer with Lavari. Corners will be Barada and Melton for this Olney Cropduster squad. Condelis and Bone in the middle. 1-2. This one lined back directly towards us. Thank gosh for the net. How about that? As Lavari will deliver it from the right side tonight. He's a 6', 195 right-hander. He's got a bit of long hair. And keep in mind, these Olney player hats are even just like trucker hats. They're really going all in on the farmer vibe. And you're from here, aren't you?
Yeah, house only 5 minutes. Grew up playing lots of soccer games at this park.
2 is fouled back, scary.
Very familiar with this area and enjoying being back in a hometown feel for this game.
Yeah, Bonaris stepping back in here as Lavari will deliver the fifth pitch of the at-bat on 1-2. Breaking ball is high as Bonaris, with the tendency to draw walks, did not do so too much yesterday. Had himself a bit of an odd one, went 1 for 5. Brought in an RBI in his lone double, but did walk. Struck out twice. 2-2. Line in the air to left field. Under it is Ford. Difficult play. He can't make it. It'll be a bloop single to start this one off for Julius Bonaris, who's got himself going, as he was 3 for 3 in the leadoff spot during the weekend of the exhibition. 0 for 1, but now he's got himself one to start the season.
Yeah, Bonaris heating up at the tail end of yesterday's match. Great piece of hitting for him to start out. Getting that ball down the left side and getting it down right before the left fielder.
If you haven't tuned into a Big Train game just yet, the Olney Cropdusters are 0-1. Big Train are 1-0. Haven't missed much of the season. Last night was our opener.
What an opener it was.
Olney fell 8-6 to the Gaithersburg Giants here. That one outside of the next batter, Cal Johnson. He will number 9. Big Train in their black and gray aways. Black shirts, gray pants. Johnson, some bright red gloves and red bat to his Maryland commitment.
Yeah, Johnson switching his commitment from College of Central Florida, where he played his last season, over to Maryland.
Cropdusters 2023 founded. Bonaris leads off at first. Cal Johnson takes a big hack at that one. He'll fall 1-2 as he's under a fastball. Was expecting something breaking. Out of Tampa.
Yeah, lots of this Cropdusters squad coming from Sherwood High School. high school in Olney, Maryland, about 5 miles down Olney 108 road right here.
Yeah, and one of them, obviously in the Pendant, Ben Chrismond. A lot of these guys are from Olney, which is weird because Olney's a smaller town, and there's a lot of D1 prospects, a lot of D1 guys that come out of here. The 1-2, Cal Johnson sits on it. It's a ball. Bonneries goes to second. He's safe. He's got himself a steal. And a man in scoring position with no outs for the DH, Cal Johnson, as he homered in his Saturday exhibition.
And if you've tuned into a single game with us this season for the Big Train, you'll have understood how much of a threat Bonneries is as soon as he gets on bat. Stole 30 bases in his collegiate season last year and has just shown that he's going to go for it every single time he's at first.
2-2 called, strike 3. Johnson caught looking on that one. He'll sit down via the stair as it'll bring up Brennan Wright, the left fielder tonight. Wright plays out of South Alabama. He had a pretty good night last night. He wasn't extinguished for the first time, except on the liner that went about 90 off the bat.
Yeah, Wright, showing last night why he's a key returner for this Big Train squad, swinging the bat and swinging hard, going 3 for 4 and having an RBI.
He thinks about laying down a bunt, pulls it back. It's an outside fastball called for a strike. As Wright coming into this one, his first appearance, 3 for 4, ended up scoring the run. That was the walk-off and the Emilio Gonzalez single. Gonzalez in the hole. 0-1 stepping off is Lavari. Lavari in his 3rd season of college play last year. Played his first 2 at Old Dominion before he went to LaSalle. The first time they see Olney or him. Ground ball left side from the bat of Wright over to first. It's going to be an out. Caught him on the hard run. It'll be Bonneries, who does get pushed over to third. So 2 outs now on the 6-3 ground out. Will drop Daniel Machado, who was a pinch hitter in yesterday's matchup.
Yeah, right there, hitting the ball hard into the ground, but taking kind of a soft hop. Doesn't quite get at the infield, but does advance Bonneries over to third base.
Stepping on. Lavari comes set at the waist. He'll deliver that one high. Warmer day, cooler day here. You mentioned yesterday that it's not too often this warm. Lavari setting, going back. Doesn't look at all at Bonneries at third. Line in the air to right. It's over the first baseman's head of Melton, and the Big Train have themselves a 1-0 lead. And extra bases going to 2 is Machado. He slides, and he's in there for a double in his first appearance tonight.
Yeah, Machado moving his bat quickly and showing that he deserves to be in this starting lineup after coming and hitting yesterday. Puts it down the right side line. Great piece of hitting, and Bonneries, his speed and ability to move on, gets him all the way home.
Machado playing short tonight, manning that ace position. We spoke to him yesterday a little about that. Always just trying to win regardless, not thinking about where he plays, just contributing where he thinks he can, and he thinks he's a pretty good fielder. So I just need some confidence there.
Something coaches love to see is players that are just willing to be versatile. I mean, it's just a huge thing for many coaching staff to have players that they feel like they can put in many positions and they can do well.
Stretch work from Lavari. He'll pitch to Emilio Gonzalez, who walked the game off last night with a line drive single to left. That one in for strike 1 as Gonzalez waves at it. Had a rough first inning yesterday and second inning for these Cropdusters, as well as us. They were not able to come back against the Giants. Inside, fastball.
Yeah, both these teams definitely wanting to come out and start a lot quicker than they did yesterday, not wanting to have to do the work of fighting from behind. Instead, would love to get ahead.
I want to come into this game ready, as I feel is the general vibe. I don't know if quicker, because they got way too fast, way too quick for these guys.
Absolutely.
2-1. For the big bat of Gonzalez, that last pitch misses. 2-1 is slugged in the air to right. That is very deep at the wall. Going back. This one is off the wall. It's going to be extra bases, and one will score. Gonzalez in there at second. Safe! The tag is missed. Gonzalez opts not to slide. It throws off the glove of Cundias. as he is in there for extra bases and back-to-back doubles, scores back-to-back runs for this Big Train squad.
Yeah, great piece of hitting. Emilio Gonzalez starting right where he left off last night, just swinging the bat hard and taking it all the way to the fence there. Second baseman for the Cropdusters, Ryan Booma, there, not happy again with the call over at second base, thinking that that's the second time the umpire has made a call that did not land favorably for him thinking he's gotten 2 different outs there that he was not awarded.
Condelis will be the one not holding as comes up the lefty, or the righty, excuse me, Panett. He flies this one back directly towards us. Will be in the foul ground territory. A lot of foul ground here at the Cropdusters Stadium, but that will be it for now. Only trailing immediately. It's 2-0 Big Train on the Big Train Baseball Network. We'll be back in the bottom half of this first inning. Hello and welcome back to baseball on the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cass, joined by Zach Lewis on my right. On the mound will be Dolby, the member of this squad. He is coming out of Louisiana Tech this season in the portal. Bryce Dolby, last time out, has a very good repertoire. Had his good season as well there. He'll be on the starting side of things. He's mostly gone out of the bullpen his career, but he will have the opportunity to open this first away game for the Big Train.
Yeah, Dolby pitching 7 innings for LA Tech. Mostly just a reliever guy to come out and play, but able to get 6 strikeouts in 7 innings pitched. So definitely looking to expand his repertoire and get some more innings pitched and get some games started under his belt here for the Big Train this season.
Dolby in the portal, he's got a fastball that can reach all the way to 94. He works in a cutter and a changeup and slider to righties and lefties respectively. That slider away from the righties and that changeup down and out from the lefties.
Big Train definitely needing a stronger start to pitching than they had last night. Could really use a good start from the mound. Yeah,
another tough one for the Olney side, as they also have that issue, is it's a dime as they throw it in here. TJ Gramasty, man behind the plate, will line up with Panett and Gonzalez at the corners, Machado and Bonaris at the middle infield, with Wright, Mirza, and Hack, meaning the outfield in that owner left, center to right. That will bring up Cade Walter, the center fielder for this Dusters squad. He had some work in the first inning trying to throw things in on the 2 big bats, 2 doubles of this squad. He has himself pretty early season. He's one of 2 runners in last game who stole 3 bases. This is an Olney squad who really gets around the base paths. Sets and fires from Dolby. First pitch is a strike in there. It's a fastball.
Yeah, starting with a similar leadoff spot to Bonaris, who's just looking to get on base and then run. Walter, similarly, just trying to get something that's going to get him over to first.
The 0-1 from Dolby. That one outside. It's another pitch in the faster realm. He is the batter Walter from the left side tonight. He is a Jacksonville Dolphin. Out of St. Cloud, Florida, went to Harmony High School. Has his second season with this Olney Cropduster squad. Mashed last year. Not a lot of power. 14 RBIs though, and it is a smaller field, smaller park. A really shallow right and right field specifically, it feels like, in the 300 to 310 range. It's a little bit shorter than Yankee Stadium. 2-1 is fouled back after Dolby's second pitch of the at-bat missed, or third pitch of the at-bat missed as well.
Yeah, that right field definitely opening up as something to aim for on the batter's box. Can really be a nice place to try and get a ball over the fence here at First Responder Field.
Walter's slug last year came from 8 extra base hits, 5 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. That homer was inside the park against Gaithersburg last season. The 2-2 from Dolby. Ground ball left side. It'll get past Panette, won't get past Machado. He's got to make a play on it. Gonzalez will get it, but it is going to be late. The infield single to start things off for Cade Walter as another base runner aboard for this Big Train squad, who's really had a tough inning last time, and they don't want it to become a theme tonight.
Yeah, and Walter just doing exactly what he needed to, just getting a hit down across through the second base and third base area. Just gets him over to first base.
Brings up the second baseman, Donis Rodriguez. He's DHing tonight. He actually played Dominican Summer League ball for the Brewers. Not often you see that. Rodriguez spent 2 years in 2022 and 2023 with the Brewers in the Dominican Republic. He's from Mao in the Dominican Republic. Finished high school there at Santa Dominga. Watch for Walters at first. Big stolen base that obviously had 3 yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Big threat there. TJ Gramsci notes he needs to be aware of that and keeping an eye on him.
The 0-1 as Dolby's first pitch was delivered inside. Will follow back on the other section. Pickoff attempt for Dolby. He gets it back there, and Gonzalez returns it to him with no harm for either side. Beautiful sun setting over that right side of us, just a little beyond the right foul pole. Runner goes on the missed pitch. Gramesti's throw is very wide into the outfield. Walters has himself a stolen base as Gramesti's foot slips in the batter's box. You can kind of see it. There's a very large divot. Actually, I would say it's more like a crater now.
Yeah, I mean, the grounds crew before this game spending a lot of time watering the dust to make sure it's not flying up to players' eyes and things, but that spot maybe looking like it got a good amount of moisture before the game, and he just slipped putting that throw over to second base.
Walter, a league-leading 4th stolen base, takes it from his teammate in the box, the tie, Donis Rodriguez. He takes strike 2 as Dolby delivers from the waist. More of an inside fastball, same one that got him looking on the first pitch of the AB.
Yeah, it's a nice pitch by Dolby, and that one just comes in fast. Hard to hit at for Rodriguez.
Dolby sets. He's looking at the waist, looks back at the runner at second. Walter delivers this one high. Count will roll to 2-2 now. 2 runs on the board to nothing. If you're just tuning in, Big Train had 2 doubles in the first inning that scored 2 runs, one from Machado to score right, one from Gonzalez to score Machado.
Definitely the start offensively that Big Train would have wanted. Now they have to put together the other piece of that, and with good pitching and good defense.
Line in the air to center. Dolby's 2-2 is taken over to Mirza. Runner will go. He tags. Mirza's throw trailing him. Play will be close. Not close enough. Walters gets himself over to third base as he tags. Donis's fly out will not go down as a sac fly as no runs scored, but it will advance the runner. He does his job and brings up the power slot of Logan Barada at that third base side. So Logan's on both sides of this field playing at third. Played every position except catcher with the Brewers. Keep in mind for Rodriguez, the batter that just went out. Barada, though, takes the first pitch in there. It is a very hard fastball. He does not like that one. He has to step out and collect himself as Barada stands in now.
Barada coming from the same school as his teammate on third base, also a Jacksonville University Dolphin. Playing in 54 games there last season with Jacksonville. 30 RBIs.
0-2
4
is
home runs. Sorry.
that one in there. All good. Dolby sets with more of a interesting kind of batter facing motion, but he's still from the stretch always. 0-2. Ground ball to that right side. Bonaris at second. He'll collect. A runner will score. An RBI ground out as the Big Train are able to get the runner, but cannot prevent the run. Barada has an RBI. It'll be his first of this young season. His second of this young season, excuse me, as he went 1 for 4 last night with an RBI.
Cropdusters putting one back, not trying to play hero ball there, just doing the hitting that they needed to do in order to get one on the board. Good start offensively for both these teams. Both teams also trying to figure out exactly what to pitch to these batters to keep them down.
Good baseball, small ball. This one slugged off the back of Andrew Duncan, very high into the air. Mirza chasing after. It'll be at the track before it dies at the wall. Big Train give up 1 run on 1 hit, as well as no walks. Just runners moved around by men doing their job with Rodriguez's flyout and Barada's ground out. Big Train lead 2-1. We'll be back in the top half of the second on the Baseball Network of the Big Train. Welcome back to First Responder Field. First Responder, just one. First Responder, not Responders Field. On the mound still is the likes of number 7 for the Olney Cropdusters, Marco Lavari. He does his whole day stretch work, not a traditional starter. He spent a lot of his season, has spent every game he's ever played until last in the spring from the pen. He started at LaSalle, 6 of those games at a 9 ERA. Ground ball right side from the batter. Mirza over to first. He tries to leg it out, but he can't do it. The third first baseman, Melton, collects, and Mirza will be the first out of this inning.
Something funny about this park being called First Responder Field. The Cropdusters actually have an ambulance parked outside of the ballpark, or inside of the ballpark, selling merch out of the Cropduster branded ambulance. So staying with their theme of the name of the park there.
It's a very cool setup. TJ Gramesty, the batter, he'll set up. His pitches comes in from Marco on the mound. That one inside to Gramesty, a fastball. Lavari coming from that right side really favors the inside portion of the plate against those lefties, and same with those righties. Ground ball up the middle. It'll get past everybody. It's a perfectly placed little dribbler, and TJ Gramesty, the catcher from FAU, is now on for the first base runner of the inning.
Yeah, well done by Gramesty. There, just splitting the 2 infielders there, it just getting past that second base bag and into the outfield, so he's able to advance to first base.
That will bring up the likes of Will Hack, the bottom of this lineup today. He'll play right, started yesterday in left. Hack is out of James Madison University. He stands in now. First pitch as it's a bunt attempt, and does not even touch the bat. Only Cropdusters dealing with their own game that they have played all season. Well, it's been one game, but they stole 8 bases as a squad last night. It's going to be a tough team to get. They're a difficult team to get past. They have no power relatively, but they are they are small ball heavy. Pitches in there. Hack skies this one over to the second baseman, and he gets under it. Buma will collect that one as a pop out to the second baseman. Will end Hack's at bat.
Yeah, similar style of play somewhat between these two teams, with the difference Bethesda maybe sprinkling in a couple of more big hitters throughout their lineup than the Olney Cropdusters.
Yeah. It feels a lot like the Tampa Bay Rays in the way Olney plays. They have guys that are going to be fast. They're going to force you to make mistakes and errors. The 2-1 lead for the Big Train, if you're just tuning in. That one in there for strike one to the new batter, Julius Bonaris, the second baseman out of George Mason. Bonaris, the typical and probably will be most often at this leadoff spot. Delivering now as Lavari, it's fouled away to the left side.
Bonaris already showing tonight why he's in that leadoff spot, stealing a base tonight and already getting through the bases for one of the runs scored for the Big Train.
He had a stolen base as well, so each team with one tonight. 0-2 from Lavari. This one skied back pretty far.
Earning a yelp from our statistics crew back here.
Hope they're not listening to the broadcast. They're listening to us, flat. 0-2 from Lavari after the third pitch goes foul. He's gotten a lot of 0-2 counts. This one skied in the air to center field. Walter was very in at the wall, trailing a fantastic circus catch on the third out of the inning as Bonaris nearly gets it past the likes of Walter, but he will not fly out to the center fielder. 2-1 on the Big Train Baseball Network. Hello and welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. 2-1 in the bottom half of the second inning. Big Train scored on 2 RBI doubles from Machado and Gonzalez. In the bottom half of the inning, but on the top, or the bottom half of the inning, excuse me, the Dusters got themselves one as well. They plated a run on a ground out. They'll face Brace Dolby again, whose sinker is absolutely horrifying. It is the stuff of the Field of Screams, which is right over there. They set up a Halloween festival around here that I assume is based off corn.
Yes, there's a haunted corn maze and forest walk over there. A huge pillar of this only community, that Field of Screams over here.
That will bring up the first baseman, Dylan Melton. He plays out at the University of Baltimore, Maryland, Baltimore County. The Golden Retrievers. Some history between them and obviously schools around here, as they were the first ever 16 seed in Division I men's basketball to take down a 1 seed in the opening round of the NCAA tournament in 2018. Dolby collects himself, goes from the waist. His wind is in there, as that is a lower breaking ball. Dolby is a terrifying pitcher to go against, who will surely get a Power 5 offer, I have to feel, if he has a good enough summer. I mean, the guy throws 94 sinker. Pretty much all you need to know about that. Line drive left side. It goes foul off the netting, as Dolby's 0-2 now against the battered Melton.
Yeah, Dolby's showing already why he is in this Big Train pitching staff for this summer, and that he really has the potential with that speed and power to become a great pitcher.
Dolby's wind fires, and that one off to the right side, foul. 2 stolen bases, 1 for each squad. These two teams wreak havoc on the base paths, something you're seeing a lot more in the upper ranges of baseball, as the stats behind speedy runners forcing errors are giving extra bases. 0-2. This guy near the left. The power surge in sports and baseball specifically has definitely gone away when realizing it doesn't matter how you get 2 bases. If it gets written down and you have a runner on second base, why would I care if there's a 2B next to my scorebook?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a shift in the mentality there, just getting focused on really winning the game and getting the hit that you want.
Melton in 53 games at UMBC last season, his first year. 0-2 from Dolby. Delivers it from that sidearm slot when he goes breaking. He does have a cutter out of that and a changeup, as well as a slider. So it does give you 3 pitches, and his fastball is over top as well as his changeup can be more over top. It's hard to differentiate the two. 1-2 from Dolby. That one low. Count will move to 2-2. Melton, as a Golden Retriever last year, was a 2026 America East All-Conference team, second team All-Conference, All-Rookie team, and All-Championship team for him. That'll be a strikeout, excuse me, as Dolby sits him down swinging. That'll bring up the next batter, 24, Ryan Booma. After Dylan Melton strikes out, Booma out of Frostburg State.
Yeah, one of several players here on this Olney Cropdusters roster that are from the local Frostburg State, coming back and staying in Maryland for their summer college ball.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are in that realm. He is of the younger squad who is here at Frostburg State. Booma is going into his senior year. He is the younger senior. He just turned 21 out of Brookville, Maryland.
Yeah, another local guy, Brookville, just super close to this park, and also attending Sherwood High School, just a couple miles down the road.
Pitch misses outside. This is now 1-2 to the batter, excuse me, fixing audio issues here at First Responder Field. Not the ideal setup. 1-2 from Dolby. This one lying down on the ground. Gets past the diving glove of Panett, and that will be a single. He'll make his way over to first base as Ryan Booma is on for his first time tonight. That'll be Landon Springmeyer out of Northern Kentucky, the Norse catcher. He is from Gilbert, Arizona.
Springmeyer a long way from home here, all the way from the red state of Arizona.
Dolby. His pitch fouled away, and now 0-1. And 1 from Dolby. Springmeyer standing in, had a good season last year as a Norse.
Yeah, that 2026 season, able to drive in 40 RBI for the Norse with 7 home runs. Big hitter for them in this last season.
My notes say that he played at UMBC, which is wrong. 0-2. This one grounded softly left side. Panett will have it. Won't be 2. Over to first. He does get the runner at first, Springmeyer, as the catcher cut down. 5-3. The fielder's choice will move Booma over to second. That'll bring up the East Stafford University, Xander Condilas. Candela stands in now against Dolby. Dolby more stretch work with another runner trafficked on base.
Candelas playing last season at East Stroudsburg University, playing in 41 games, so I'm driving in 20 runs.
The 1-0 from Dolby. He comes set, delivers now. Breaking ball is outside. He's just a nightmare of a guy to deal with. 93-mile-an-hour sinker at this level is just not something that a lot of these guys have seen.
Yeah, most of these guys playing at D2 or D3 or JUCO levels have not really faced many pitchers that have that kind of speed.
Dolby set. He delivers the 1-1 outside this time on the fastball. Doesn't use his cutter often. 6:44, a bit of an earlier game. We've started others at 7. The 2-1 now from Dolby. That one in there. It's another fastball that just paints the outside corner. Again, just a total nightmare to deal with.
2s across the board here for Dolby.
The 2-2. Now delivered, runner on second base. You're just tuning in. It is 2-1 Big Train in the bottom half of this second inning. Hard ground ball to the right side. Gonzalez, he'll get it unassisted in the Big Train. Strand another runner in this second inning. Candelas, the last batter to go down. It will change the order back over. 2-1 Big Train on the Big Train Baseball Network. Back to First Responder Field. I'm Carson Cass. The Big Train up 2-1 in this top half of the third inning. Or bottom half of the second inning, apologies. As the Big Train come to bat here, bottom half of the third inning. Good golly. The scoreboard has not been updated, has it?
Has not. No, not yet.
It's the bottom of the third. Cal Johnson, the batter.
No, I do believe we're at the top of the third.
We're at the top of the third because we're not the home team. Goodness gracious.
Because we're away. We've been home for too long, Carson.
I flipped to the sides on this podcast sheet. 2-0. The scoreboards are almost impossible to read from this distance. And sometimes they put the 0 in before the at-bat inning starts. They did the second inning. So I was pretty sure it was the bottom of the second somehow. First 3 pitches have all been low to Cal Johnson. Was thinking about talking about it when it was a strike. Hasn't come yet. Still on the mound for this Cropdusters squad is the likes of Lavieri, whose 4th pitch of the AB gets in there. on that lower side. Lavari will set now. He'll have his wind, 3-1. He doesn't really ever wind as a starter, not often, and he will walk him. That pitch high and away to the batter, Cal Johnson, who will be on for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Cal Johnson just staying real patient in that at-bat, not having to do too much work there and just walking his way over to first base.
That'll bring up Brennan Wright. He grounded out to the shortstop, Condilas, earlier in his day.
Last night, versus the Thunderbolts, 3 for 4. 3 runs. Great start to his big train career.
Thought about the bunt. That went outside and low. He pulls it back in time as the pitch in there from Lavari was a breaking ball. 1-0. Pretty heavy lead for Cal Johnson. He doesn't steal too often. Lavari fires and delivers high and about the middle. Still a ball. These Cropdusters very aggressive on the paths. 2-0. 3-0. That one low. As now the first about 8 pitches of this first 9 have been balls for Lavari, who was pretty good at pounding the strike zone in his first throughout. That one a 4-pitch walk, the likes of Brennan Wright, and this is now 2 walks to put 2 runners on to the start of this third for the big train.
Lavari having a good start to the game, but just missing a couple at-bats there, walking both Cal Johnson and Brennan Wright pretty easily. His catcher coming up to visit him and calm him down on that one.
Bullpen arm just starting to get warm for this side as they will talk to the pitcher very briefly. See what's going on with him. Maybe it's injury. Sometimes when these guys get wild very suddenly, it's because something doesn't feel right. Likely isn't the case. He hasn't done any kind of arm shaking, which is normally the telltale sign of an elbow or arm injury. But he is going to sit there for now, stay in. It'll draw up Daniel Machado, who got the opportunity to pinch hit yesterday, and in that pinch hit in the fourth inning, he did quite a bit with that. He was 1 for 2 with an RBI and 2 walks.
Yeah, just did what the big train needed last night, which was to get on base, and got on base and hit last night, coming in the pinch hitter spot.
Manager Leader will return to the dugout. Yes, that is his name, Adam Leader, and it's Adam Leader bobblehead night. First pitch to Machado from Lavari. That one is in there. It's a breaking, or actually a sinker, I think it was, for strike 1. Moved quite a bit for just a fastball. The 0-1. Big wave at that one as Machado now behind 0-2.
Lavari having to be careful here with this at-bat, knowing that he has Emilio Gonzalez coming up next.
The 0-2 high, as yes, you mentioned the big bat of Gonzalez in there. Gonzalez, the former Triple Crown winner last season, and also, no small feat, the 2025 Outstanding Hitter of the Year, walked the game off last night. We'll talk about it all the time, I feel like. 1-2. Big wave at that one. Machado cut down. He'll send it waving to Emilio Gonzalez, who will now come up with a runner in scoring position and 1 on first. The lefty, big lefty bat. He stands just above 6 feet and 230 pounds. At Nova Southeastern last year, this is one dangerous hitter.
Yeah, the mound visit seemed to work to just calm Lavari down there and to throw some good pitches to get Machado out.
Lavari sets fires outside. We'll talk a little bit about what happened last night. Around the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League, DC Grays beat the Southern Maryland Senators 7-4. Olney fell 8-6 as we beat the Thunderbolts 12-11. And the set here from Lavari. Big wave at Gonzalez from Gonzalez on the second pitch of the at-bat. A fastball he wanted every piece of. And as Alexandria beat the most handedly of all nights, had the biggest lead win over the Metro South County Braves at 9-2 on the road. We're the only game going right now, actually. DC playing Alexandria as the 1-1 is missed outside by Lavari.
Exciting opening day for the Cal Ripken Senior League. Lots of good back and forth games.
DC leads 1-0 in that game. 2-1. Lavari sets, fires. Gonzalez waves at one in the dirt. A strike 2 now. Good swashbuckling save by Springmeyer, the Norseman catcher, as he plays at Northern Kentucky. Oh, also as Presto immediately updates before our eyes, Southern Maryland actually up 3-2 at home against the Metro South County Braves on the top of the 7th. 2-2 from Lavari. Ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a tough one to get him. Not the fastest runner, but Candelas. An error. Another error at shortstop for a team the Big Train are playing has led a potential door-opening opportunity.
Yeah, not a great mistake there. Just bobbled the infield ball from Gonzalez, and now bases are loaded.
That is Emilio Gonzalez's 3rd time this season reaching on an E6. It is the 2nd game of the season in the 3rd inning.
That is just kind of incredible.
3rd inning here, as it'll bring up the bat of Jackson Mirza, the center fielder, Logan Panett. Mirza in the on-deck circle. First pitch in there for a strike to Panett. Oh, 1, sun setting. Wind fire low.
Sun setting, and as we mentioned before the broadcast started, not a single cloud you could find in the sky right now.
Still can't. Well, that's a plain trail. 1-1. This one slugged pretty hard out to the center fielder, Walter. It'll be deep enough for a sacrifice fly. Will score the runner at 3rd, Cal Johnson. Man at 2nd will advance, and it's 3-1 Big Train. As that is enough to get them going. Brennan Wright will stay at that 3rd base side, as Gonzalez will stay at 1st.
And that play right there showing why that error by the shortstop was so crucial in this game. Could have ended the inning right there, but fortunately for the Big Train, they got a runner in instead.
Cannot give the extra out there if you are the shortstop, Candelas, who is now under a curse that the Big Train have put, it feels like, on other shortstops. Firing from Lavari, he will have runners at the corners and a quite unfriendly jam.
Yeah, Lavari hoping he can find a way out of this one without any more damage.
1-0 from Lavari. This one fouled back towards us. Mirza batting from the left side, as he always does. He's not a switch hitter. I don't know why I specified that. The center fielder tonight, he's made some fantastic plays out there in the exhibitions and in the first game of the season. 1-1 to the batter now. Lavari more and more stretch work as his load of the day keeps getting heavier and heavier. That one in there for strike 2 on the outside corner. The 3rd inning, and it's already been just over 50 pitches for the starter Lavari. 1-2. Smashed foul. Mirza played his last season at the University of South Florida. It was a dangerous start on the paths there. Had a pretty good year in 22 games.
Yeah, and Mirza just also showing his worth to a team by the way he can field and just make plays defensively.
Ball 2, that one high. The curveball, or changeup as it was, does not get close to the zone. Mirza stands in. As the LaSalle pitcher gets one low, that one away. But again, another good save behind the dish for Springmeyer. That count rolls full, 3-2 now. 3-1 if you're just tuning in with us. Big train of runners at the corners. That being at left side, Brennan Wright, right side, Emilio Gonzalez. Gonzalez, no intention of stealing. The payoff pitch on 3-2 from Lavari. Ground ball right side. First baseman collects Melton. He has to get it over to the pitcher at first. It's a great play to get this jam over with. 1 run allowed on 1 hit as the error gives way for what ended up being a good opportunity for Punnett to drive 1 home. Mirza is the ground out. 3-1, as we head to the bottom of the 3rd on the Big Train Baseball Network. And welcome back to baseball on the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cash, joined alongside Zach Lewis. Sun setting here at First Responder Field. 3 flagpoles in the outfield, 1 Maryland, 1 the United States, and 1 the Cropdusters flag. It's a very pretty night as Dolby has gotten himself going. Already 2 innings into this one. He's only allowed 2 base runners on 2 hits. Has himself a strikeout that he saw looking. Very powerful fastball behind this one. Big Train in their black and gray aways with green lining on the collar and shoulders on the other side. Only Cropdusters, they're 0-1 coming into this season. 8-6 loss last night to Gaithersburg in the opener at their house, which we are at tonight. For them, they wear the lumberjack plaid uniforms. To describe it to you, I can only say, think of somebody wearing overalls with a lumberjack black and red plaid shirt underneath. That is exactly what the uniforms look like for this Olney Cropdusters squad. It is quite literally just looks like overalls and a plaid shirt. They have trucker hats as well in the bays in the field.
Yeah, hearing the announcement before game, they have been named in some capacity the most creative jerseys in baseball.
Well, I don't think I necessarily agree with that because we have seen plenty of minor league promotion jerseys of all time, but I think this is the most in summer ball for sure. That'll bring up Ben Ford. He is in left field tonight. Will bat from this right-handed batter's box side. First pitch from Dolby is outside. That fastball is a nightmare to go against, especially for a guy like Ford who does not see that kind of velocity at Illinois Wesleyan. He's played his last season there. Actually lived there last season in my summer with the normal Corn Belters. Ford out of Naperville, Illinois, is a 6'2 batter. Has a bit of a hunch to his stance as the 0-2 comes and blows by him. He can't catch up to a fastball.
You mentioning minor league jerseys. Appreciating the Salt Lake Bees dirty soda jerseys.
My favorite player of all time, Yolmer Sanchez, plays second base there. The 0-2 from Dolby. Wind inside, broke really well. Could have been called a strike. Dolby not too happy about it, but very close pitch there on the black. Standing back in, kind of a Jeff Bagwell-esque stance from Ford. Once he gets into his full stance. The Naperville native 1-2. Ground ball right side. It'll be Bonaris who picks that one up. Fires over to first. The fast runner of Ford is caught at first base. And that'll be the first out of the inning. 3-1 Big Train. If you're just tuning in with us right now.
Yeah, that ball just not having too much speed off the bat there, and a pretty easy ground out to first base.
Bottom 3 as well. That'll draw the top of the order up again. Cade Walter, who leads the entire Cal Ripken Senior League right now in steals with 4, 1 tonight, 3 yesterday. He got on in his first attempt and ended up stranded. 0-0 count from Dolby. His wind and fire is outside. It's that fastball again that has not seen any good contact outside of a pretty hard hit single from Ryan Booma.
Yeah, with that stealing record, definitely someone you'd much rather see in the batter's box than on base.
1-0 from Dolby. Oof. Sinker in the inside corner. I mean, that, you got to picture this, how hard that is to hit. Cade Walter, obviously a D1 player, played very well last season at Jacksonville and at Olney. Had a 474 OBP, 934 OPS. You don't get sinkers that are that inside and that perfect other than the Major League Baseball, as the 0-1 turns to the 1-1, turns to 1-2 as that fastball is again low. Expecting now to a lefty that he's going to go to changeup here on this 1-2. Dolby sets at his stomach, back down to his waist. He fires. This one slugged, caught that fastball. He threw it 3 times in a row, and that is a very bad pitch to give up. It's going to be 2 free bases, maybe 3. He'll round now, going to third. Machado's throw from the cut does not get him in time. It is a triple for Cade Walter.
Walter able to find the gap there all the way deep into center field, ends up bouncing off the wall. Big hanging pitch over the plate there and takes a big crack at it.
Yeah, gave up that sinker down the middle. I think went fastball, changeup maybe, then sinker, and that's not a great pitch combo if he can catch up to those first 2. He was waiting red dead heater, and he got it. That will next bring up Donis Rodriguez, a former Brewers Dominican Summer Leaguer. Interesting, played there when he was 16 and 17. The 0-0 from Dolby is low. Was not very good in his second season there, but showed some promise in his first. Had a 357 OBP and 112 plate appearances. Batting average and slug just weren't there. Plays at Millersville now. Graduated high school in the Dominican Republic as Dolby sets for the 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. It will score the run. Second baseman Bonaris has to make a very athletic play to get there, but it's going to be not in time. An RBI single. This game now 3-2 as Donis Rodriguez drives his second run of the season home.
Dolby just shaking his head there, not really happy with his last 2 out bats there, just leaving the pitches that he doesn't want right over the bat, right over the strike zone for people to swing at.
First 2 earned, or second earned run for Dolby in this bottom half of the third inning. As that will next bring up the left-handed batter, Logan Barada, the big third baseman. He's got a lot of power in that bat. Showed it at Jacksonville last year. Cleared the wall 4 times for the Dolphins. His teammate just scored on that triple. Teammate at Jacksonville. Their teammates obviously here at Olney as well.
Double teammates.
Yes. Second pickoff attempt goes back to first. Donis Rodriguez is safe. Emilio Gonzalez applying the tag. He's playing first tonight with Bonaris at second. Mirza in center. Machado at short. And Panette, has been involved in all those plays. Corner Panette in on the right lefty batter.
That ball almost brushing his jersey there. It was so far inside.
1-0. Nearly nails Barada. It's 1 for 4 last night with an RBI. Looking to add on to that. Dolby from stretch, lying down the left, will end up very high and out of play. Sun beating down slowly over the tree line. Well, it's actually not even close to the tree line, but headed towards that tree line marker. It's about halfway from where we started.
A little further away from the tree line here at First Responder Field than we are over at Shirley Povich.
1-1, swing and a miss. Trying to throw him out now as the runner goes. Graham Misty's throw is in there. He gets the runner at second, Rodriguez, who's caught stealing for the first time this season. And Graham Misty has his first runner thrown down.
Yeah, that throw from Graham Misty exactly where he needed to put it. Able to get that out there. Important for the big train.
It's a bounce throw, but it does end up perfect in basically the line of where Rodriguez was heading, as you mentioned. But an 0-2 count now, and the second pitch being in there, 1-2 count, to Barada. Barada sets, no runners on now. He can return to his wind. It's low. Count will be 2-2 now to the lefty. No pitch clock in the Cal Ripken Senior League, but a lot of these guys work just that fast because they have it back at home at the D1 level. Both of these guys, D1 players. 1-2. That one misses. 2-2 now. Two and two to Barada. From the wind. Slugged in the air, same spot as the first triple. This one gets down. Hack will have to pick it up as the runner rounding first gets to second, standing. Another extra base hit this inning as Logan Barada reaches.
Barada staying patient in that bat. Really wanted nothing to do with both of those balls that broke inside and then just waiting for one to come over the plate and swings hard at it.
Just one that you feel very thankful for, that Graham Misty threw that runner out at second as the speedy Rodriguez would have surely scored. But he's caught stealing.
Yeah, absolutely. Good defensive play from Graham Misty, able to keep the big train with their lead here.
Bring up Andrew Duncan, the Bethesda, Maryland native, playing out of Duke. He is at first tonight. The first pitch he saw earlier today nearly went deep at the Heron advertisement in left field.
Yeah, played high school ball at Georgetown Prep, just a pillar of high school athletics in the Montgomery County area.
0-1 as Dolby takes a look back at the runner. That one did go. He did go on that as the half swing considered a full. Duncan around as he went 1 for 5 last night. RBI. He struck out, stole a base as well, one of the 8 that the Cropdusters flew for yesterday. Dolby 1 pitch away from escaping this jam now with a runner in scoring position at second. Outside breaking ball. Doesn't get Duncan to bite on the waist.
You know, Duncan not playing in too many games at Duke in his last season brings us with an interesting question. For many players, he was a redshirt there, but just people making the choice whether to play at the bigger school and play less games or to go to the smaller school and really get their reps in.
Hack and miss. Sorry to cut you off there, but Dolby talks to himself a little bit after that one, gives up a triple and a double. But he only gives up 1 run. 1 run on 2 hits, or 1 run on 1 hit, excuse me, for the Olney Cropdusters. We'll be right back as they head back to this top half of the inning. Big Train looking to extend their 3-2 lead. Welcome back to Olney, Maryland. I'm Carson Cass in the booth with Zach Lewis. Big Train have themselves a 3-2 lead as Zach Dolby, who is a very fantastic pitcher, gives up 2 runs this game. He gave up a triple and a double on both on sinkers, which he left middle. He throws about 90. He hit 95 with his fastball last inning. But new man on the mound for this Cropdusters squad, it'll be Henry Lewis. The first time the Big Train have seen him, obviously, as it's the second game of the season. Had a good year in high school. He's going into his sophomore year after a tough one at UMBC. Oh, he's got a pretty violent throwing motion. Up to bat will be TJ Gramisty as the catcher takes ball 1. That'll end the day on Marco Lavari's night. He throws 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs given up. 1-0 from the crazy wind of Lewis.
Yeah, Lavari had a good start to this one, but just kind of slipped away from him there at the end, just not able to quite get the strikes in the zone like he wanted to.
Yeah. It's difficult for Lavari. He's not a starter traditionally. He goes 3 innings. He gives up 3 runs. It's a quality start for a bullpen arm. If you've got a guy starting like that, you're going to have difficulties, and, you know, you got to feel good about that. The 3-0 as that one misses again outside. Gramisty nowhere close. He'll wind again, try to find the strike zone, having the same issue hitting the zone. Lewis outside. No. Strike 1. That's a sinker that just about nudges the front portion of the plate. If you are a scout, Bryce Dolby is the kind of quintessential guy to watch for the sinker ballers like this one on the mound here. 3-1 outside. Henry Lewis on the mound for this Olney squad in college at UMBC. Had 5 games, only 4.2 innings, 21 ERA. Kind of got shelled his 2 times out. Other 2 were good. Other 3 were good. 3-2. Outside to the catcher, TJ Gramesty. He earns himself a walk. Has been on twice after being stranded in the second.
Yeah, Lewis fighting his way back from 3-0 there to put it at a full count, but didn't put that one anywhere near the zone, and Gramnesty goes over to first.
Bethesda looking for their second win of the season after a 12-11 victory last night. We'll bring up Will Hack, who contributed to that in the top half of the 9th inning, robbing what would have been a 3-run home run. Hack standing in for strike 1 on the outside corner.
Yeah, we had 2 different home run robberies at Shirley Povich last night. A crazy way to open the season there in Bethesda, Maryland.
Yeah, one from the left fielder, Lopez of the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts. As stretch work now from Lewis after the 0-1. That one in there for strike 2. Lower portion, Will watches 2 go by. He's out of James Madison University. Sun setting some long shadows here with no protection from the sun in right. And it's in the right foul territory. 0-2 from the Golden Retriever. That one low. Ellicott, no. How do I say this? This is the Maryland word I pronounce wrong. Ellicott, how do you say it correctly?
Ellicott.
Ellicott City, Maryland native. Went to Calvert Hall High School. Hack. 28 games at James Madison last year. 1-2. Lines this one into center field. Under it is Walter. He settles and gets it. Fly out for Will Hack. Runner Gramesty stays at first base. As that will draw up Julius Bonner. He's the leadoff hitter who's been on once tonight and ended the second inning. Bonneries wearing number 3. He's got a lot of hair. He's a very colorful equipment guy. He's got a teal bat and white gloves, which he swapped out for yellow gloves last night. He lines this one foul. Swings at just about everything, it feels like.
It does feel that way, but even with swinging at pretty much every pitch, seemed to get his way over to first base fairly often.
He's walked 3 times so far this season, and all of them have come with 2 strikes. The 0-1 from the hands of the UMBC prospect is outside. All of the squad here, not here for the big train just yet. Franklin Picado Jr., as you're hearing in the background, the 50-50 raffle here tonight at Cal Ripken Senior League's only Cropdusters Stadium. 1-1, Bonneries goes. It's a hit and run. Ground ball to second. Does prevent the double play as Bonneries is extinguished by the second baseman Buma at first. A ground out on his record to start this 4th inning for him. Runner on now at second base in scoring position for Cal Johnson, the designated hitter committed to Maryland after his season last year at Central College of Florida.
Yeah, Lewis so far kind of showing to be a pitcher who might give up a hit or 2, but nothing too strong off the bats yet for the big train.
As a College of Central Florida Patriot, had a pretty good year last year. Not the University of Central Florida, to be clear. There is 2 members of this squad who are actually with the Knights right now. Johnson, 42 games, had a .439 slug, looking to draw on extra bases to bring the runner at second. Bonneries home. 1-0 is outside.
The Knights being the school from Central Florida I'm most familiar with, being a guy works mainly out of the Big 12 conference.
Yes, you are a BYU attendee. Student. 2-0. This one slugged in the air to right field. Back on it is Duncan. Back, no doubt. Goodbye. This one over the wall, and Cal Johnson goes deep for 2 runs. Big Train find themselves up on 5-2 off the flagpole for the Maryland commit.
Great ding off the flagpole deep into center field by Cal Johnson, already proving that this season for the Big Train, he's the one who's going to hit them and hit them hard. Second homer already of the season, one in exhibition, of course, so first one in the regular season. So his first homer, and proving that he will be one tough batter for pitchers to see this season.
Sent over the wall from the switch hitting lefty that time as the pitcher, righty. 2 runs on the board in this top half of the 4th for the Big Train. Cal Johnson's homer will then bring up the rights to Brennan Wright, the second baseman out of South Alabama. Whoa, he sees ball 1 low. Johnson tattooed that ball. It was a line drive. Didn't think it was going to get out because it was a little too low, but it just kind of escapes over that wall. Ground ball right side. We'll get to the first baseman. He will collect and will end this inning. Cal Johnson goes deep for a 2-run home run. The Maryland commit giving the Big Train some more breathing room. A 3-run lead now at 5-2. We'll be right back as the bottom half of the inning, the Cropdusters try and strike back here on the Big Train Baseball Network. Welcome back to First Responder Field. 5-2 lead for Bethesda as the Big Train have themselves a new pitcher on the mound for the first time, and actually a little bit of a late addition. It's Kenneth Nickerson, the 18-year-old. Committed to Trinity College. He's a Bethesda, Maryland native. Only 18, obviously, going into his freshman year this fall. 6'4", 206. He is a heavy guy to deal with.
Yeah, this guy's got a huge frame and uses it to drive in a really quick fastball here. Excited to see what he can do after his high school season.
This one slugged in the air to left field for the first batter of the Cropdusters. Under it is Wright, and the first batter, Dylan Melton, is extinguished.
Apologies for our score bug being slightly behind. The score is 5-2 after Cal Johnson's home run here.
We'll get on that. It'll be Ryan Booma up in this one. Do not keep the score bug in mind. It's 5-2 Big Train. After the 2-run homer run for Cal Johnson, 101 off the bat. He tattooed that ball. The 1-0 now from the righty of Kenneth Nickerson. He gets his first out of the inning. 1-0 low. Melton was the batter that flew out. The UMBC retriever, Booma, out of Frostburg State. He's a bit of a heavier third baseman or second baseman. Stockier. 2-0. Slugged in the air down to the left field line. Foul barely. That one stayed in the park, but would have been more than extra bases. Potentially 3 with the way it bounced. Fly ball to left field as Melton went out. Booma almost went out of the yard to left field.
Yeah, big crack at it, but just stays foul.
2-1 the count. Don't mind the scorebug. Fixing that right now. Up the middle, very hard hit ball. Bonaris collects, though, over to second and back to first. A ground out as Nickers has his second out.
You know, there's 2 ways pitchers can be effective in a game, and one is getting strikeouts, but the other is just making the ball hard enough to hit that the ball is easily fieldable, and Nickerson able to do that in his first 2 outs.
2 outs for Nickerson. Oh, count now. That'll draw up the righty batter of Landon Springmeyer. That one low and inside. A breaking ball from the man on the mound. It's a bit of a temperature adjustment for this Olney Cropdusters squad, who is seeing 95 at the peak out of Dolby's hands. I believe 85 is the fastball of the young righty. 1-0. Outside and away. Cropdusters trail this one 5-2. 2-0 count now. They try and fight back in this one. Haven't gone 3 up, 3 down all game. A runner stranded last time up. Ground ball left side. This one foul territory. A hard hit ball from the likes of Springmeyer.
Springmeyer playing his college ball far away from home, all the way from Gilbert, Arizona.
I did say Nickerson was, and I was like, he actually goes to college 2 minutes from 2 minutes from here. 2-1 from Nickerson. This one fouled downwards by the baddie Springmeyer. 2-2 the count with 2 outs in the top half of the 4th inning. I'm Carson Cass on the Big Train Baseball Network, joined by Zach Lewis. Sun setting on a beautiful day here in Olney, Maryland. We're away as the Big Train have the top half of this inning.
Reminder, we're away again tomorrow against the Gaithersburg Giants.
Big wave at that one. Nickerson's curveball got every part of Springmeyer all the time earlier on that first pitch where he nearly went deep. This time, quite the opposite. He strikes out waving at it. Big Train will try and add on to a 5-2 lead in the top half of this next inning. Same man on the mound. It's Henry Lewis for these Cropdusters. Top half of the 5th inning as the Big Train look to add on to a 5-2 lead. Bunt considered from the batter in Danny Machado as that one in there for strike 1. Machado 1 for 2 tonight, an RBI double in the first. It was the first run scored for this Big Train squad. Big wave at the second pitch from Henry, and he's behind now 0-2. He has the wind, was much more controlled from this windup as opposed to stretch work. The 0-2 now delivered. Foul tip, strikeout. Machado goes down swinging in 3 pitches. He goes down his last 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. As that will bring up Emilio Gonzalez, the big lefty bat. Gonzalez, the reigning 2025 hitter of the year in this conference. His last season at Nova Southeastern, he'll bat, obviously lefty, 6'4", 230, large presence for Henry to deal with on the mound.
Gonzalez 2 for 2 tonight already with an RBI.
Reached on an error that was ruled a single. 0-1. Crushed on the line in left. That will get down, but foul territory. Extra bases for certain for Gonzalez. We will call 1 for 2 tonight, because that was most definitely an error.
Yeah, it definitely looked like an error on the online stats ruled as a single, but we saw it here. It was an error.
No, I mean, I guess you could rule that that might have been an infield single. You do have to give Gonzalez the benefit of the doubt that he was going to run that one out, and he is not the fastest runner. We will earn him the single because it does work better for everybody involved. We'll call with Presto Sports 0-2. Henry, his inside pitch is in just inside. We'll miss the zone. Gonzalez, a very patient hitter, goes down 0-2 a lot, but tends not to strike out swinging. Has had the tendency to, though, very recently. His 70th RBI coming yesterday, his 71st in his career, as this is his 3rd year as a Big Train. Pitch low, 1-2-2 now. Big Train have had plenty of traffic on these base paths. Last inning homered as Cal Johnson brought in a home run off of an 101-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2. Ground ball to the right side. Collected by the second baseman. Bourma. Play at first. He got out. So, to be clear, not an 101-mile fastball. Actually, he hit it 101 miles an hour. If you saw an 101-mile-an-hour fastball, I'd be very confused as to why Henry would be in this league and not, you know, in the bullpen of, I would say, the Marlins or the Rays or someone.
Absolutely. I mean, that would be MLB-level stuff here, but...
Which we do have, to be clear. There's some velos and some action that's like that.
Absolutely. Dolby showing already tonight a little bit that he has that potential to reach MLB levels.
Dolby's day ended with Nickerson coming in that top half. He will end his day at 3 innings pitched, 5 hits earned, given, 2 earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. He's through 53 pitches. First pitch to the batter now, Logan Panett, 3rd baseman out of Gaston, committed to George Mason after his destructive year at the plate as a Rhino.
Makes sense that he caused plenty of dismay as a Rhino there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, call him OPS over 1,000, 1-0. A disaster to have to pitch against. Second pitch in there. It's going to be 1-1 the count. Henry has better control in his wind. He'll have it here with no runners on. 2 outs, 1-1. Pretty much the epitome of when it rains, it pours. One, 2, the count, as that one makes its way in there, obviously. Panett, 0 for 2, 0 for 1 tonight. He had a sac fly that drove a run in the 3rd. 1-2 from Henry. Ground ball, left side, collected by the shortstop, Candelas. Fired over to first base. Extremely close play, but he is out at the bag. 3 up, 3 down for Henry. A departure from last inning where he gave up a 2-run blast. We'll be right back here as the Big Train try and defend a 5-2 lead in the bottom half of this 5th inning. Hello and welcome back to Bethesda. Well, actually not Bethesda, sorry. We're actually at First Responder Field, the only home of the Olney Cropdusters. They trail 5-2. I got nervous. My boss walked past me and I forgot where we were.
It is the Bethesda Big Train Network.
Yes, it is the
We are on
Bethesda
that.
Baseball Big Train Network. And I'm Carson Cash, joined by Zach Lewis. Kenneth Nickerson still on the mound. The right-handed 6'4", headed into his freshman year. He's committed to Trinity College in Maryland. He's out of Bethesda. And that'll bring up the batter now after they go 3 up, 3 down in this last inning, but with a lot of hard contact. He did get Springmeyer swinging. It'll bring up number 41, the East Stroudsburg's shortstop.
And, you know, I feel very confident the Cropdusters are coming back feeling ready after between innings there. They did a dance to the Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, that was very banana-esque, Savannah Banana-esque.
Yes, absolutely.
Did that with his bat in his hands. He's got a yellow bat, perhaps banana-esque. That's a good breaking ball. Kind of fools Candelas there. Thought it was way lower than it was. Kind of touches that front portion of the plate. Probably a good time to remind you the strike zone is 3D. If it's any portion of it at all times, it is a strike. 0-2. Hard ground ball left side collected by Panetti. Has to go off his back foot. Gonzalez manages to make the catch. Felt like I was watching Caleb Williams to Romo Dunze there, but he goes over his shoulder to make the catch. Not quite the touchdown as the runner reaches anyway. Had to be ruled a single. It was a difficult play to get after as Panett got off with his back foot.
Yeah, that ball actually hopped into an awkward spot over there for Panett and able to make the throw, but it is over Gonzalez's head and not able to get down on the bag to make the tag.
Got caught on that third base lip. It'll bring up Ben Ford, the left fielder. Ford wearing number 16 in those overall jerseys if you're just tuning in. He's actually out of Naperville, Illinois, very close to where I reside. Played Illinois Wesleyan last year. Was second team All-CCIW, which is the conference. 0-1. That one outside to the batter Ford from Nickerson. Kenneth Nickerson in his first Big Train appearance actually was placed on the roster and given his jersey yesterday. So quick turnaround for the young man.
Yeah, exciting for him as well, just coming out of high school and not experiencing collegiate baseball on the NCAA level, but getting to start here with his Bethesda Big Train season.
Pickoff attempt. Now the second pitch. Third pitch to Ford. 1-1 goes to 2-1. Ford rising into his junior year at Illinois Wesleyan. They're a D3 school in Normal, Illinois. They play at their own field right next to where Illinois State plays and right where Heartland College, Community College plays at the Corn Crib. 2-1. Ground ball left side. Machado stops it. 6-4. 3, but he's safe at first. A fantastic play from Machado at shortstop. Goodness gracious. The runner cut down. That's Candelas, who is nailed. A 6'4 fielder's choice as Ford reaches.
Yeah, great stab by Machado there and flips it over to second. Gets it out there. Not quite quick enough to get it over to first, but good defensive play and stops the runner from getting in scoring position there.
Some equipment malfunction as TJ Gramesty will get help from the umpire behind the dish for his earpiece. He does have an earpiece, which he is getting help to call the game with. Pretty common for catchers now, even at the collegiate league level. Runner on first is Ford. Got a pretty heavy lead. Looks heavy-footed, though. Doesn't seem like he wants to go. Nickerson's first pitch away to the top half of the order. Cade Walter, who is 2 for 2 tonight and on cycle watch as he's gotten the most difficult part, the triple. But for this quick young man, triples come easier than homers for him, though Nickerson's given up some hard contact. 1-0 misses outside. Olney down 5-2 in this matchup, bottom half of the 5th inning. 1 out, back to first. Tag is in there as the pickoff attempt does not result. And they cut down a Ford. (2-0) bunt attempt outside as Nickerson struggling now on this left portion of the plate. (3-0) count now. 3-0 comes in inside portion of the plate, barely. It's a strike. 3-1 the count to the batter. Now Walter, who leads this Cal Ripken Senior League in steals. A runner in front of him unless he can get extra bases here. 3-1 hitters count. From the stretch, he crushes this one, but his bat splinters in the process. Collected by Will Hack. He considers the throw back to first as Ford got pretty far, but it'll go down as a fly out that could have left the park had the bat not turned into what effectively will be a souvenir.
Yeah, and that's the adjustment here from the college level to the collegiate summer league level, is that they are playing with those wooden bats that do have that tendency to crack and splinter at times.
0-0 count will bring up Donis Rodriguez, the former Dominican Summer Leaguer for the Milwaukee Brewers. Played on their Summer League 2 team, which is below the Summer League 1 team, below the rookie ball, 3 rookie ball teams. 0-0. He sees outside. He's got 3 stolen bases on the year. Was caught stealing by the catcher TJ Gramesty earlier this game.
Yeah, that was a good play and important for the Big Train defensively there to stop a runner from scoring position, which definitely prevented a run in the next at-bat.
1-0 stretch Nickerson as the bunt attempt from Rodriguez is pulled back in time. That one inside on him. Soccer game going on just beyond right field, so a pretty lively park.
Yeah, a nice expansive park here by the Olney Boys and Girls Club. Lots of soccer, lacrosse, football, everything happens here.
2-0. High from Nickerson. Or no, excuse me. Called strike 1. No, it's a ball. Excuse me. Scoreboard operator may have hit the wrong one. Confused me. 3-0 is the count to Donis Rodriguez. He's the designated hitter tonight. He has the green light on 3-0, and he did go around on the breaking ball. Keeps confusing me looking over to third base coach. These Olney Cropduster uniforms are pretty much a plaid shirt with overalls. That's what they look like. They're designed to be that way. 3-1 runner goes. TJ Gramesty will stay it. No stolen base marked as Ford will get there on a walk regardless. Donis Rodriguez sees 5 pitches and earns his way to first base on a free pass.
A very quick advancement on a walk there from first to second as he was ready to steal.
That will bring up the power bat of Logan Barada, and now a jam for the young Nickerson, who turned 18 only 3 months ago. That's March, yes, March.
Yeah, a great opportunity for him to show just what he's about and what he can do on a collegiate level. Interesting to see what his pitch combination will be for this at-bat.
Really crowded tonight here at Olney's own First Responder Park. Runner on second base and first as giving the bat to Logan Barada, Jacksonville Dolphin. 0-0 first pitch in there. Strike side lower as Barada has been one of the contributing members of this squad here tonight in the offensive category. Has hit well with runners in scoring position as he RBI swung as this one in the air to left field. Settling under it is the left fielder right. He's got it. That'll end the inning. Big Train escaped the jam. Kenneth Nickerson has 2 innings to his name, a strikeout, and no earned runs as they'll head to the top half of the 6th inning and look to pile on their 5-2 lead. Hello and welcome back to First Responder Field. I'm Carson Cass. This Big Train squad up 5-2. They'll face a new man on the mound, Clark Green, who wears number 32 tonight, and 44 on the roster if you are following along at home with your scorebooks. Millersville University is a few member of these teams around here. Big Train actually the only, I believe, team in the entire conference without a Millersville player.
Yeah, and Clark Green, hometown is Hershey, Pennsylvania, from the town of Chocolate. Not too far from here, only about 2 hours.
Really? Hershey Park is there. That'll bring up the batter regardless. Mirza, the center fielder, played his last games at University of South Florida last year.
And so are the Hershey Bears hockey.
Yes, the AHL 2025 champions. 1-0 to Mirza from the likes of Clark Green. Green, a 6'3" righty, rising into his sophomore season. His freshman year, not too bad at Millersville. Actually pretty good. 11 games out of the pen, he saw a 4.91 ERA. The 2-0 from Clark Green. High and away to Mirza. Sky to the air to left. Mirza's hit will get down. It'll be extra bases as Mirza rounds one. Headed to, throwing in his right on that corner section, but Ford, throws that one in. And Mirza with the celebration. He gets himself a double on the day. It's his first hit of the night. He moves himself to 1 and 3 now,
Yeah, really nice stand-up double down the left side line there. Puts him in scoring position early here. Big Train looking to extend their lead on the Cropdusters.
Runner at second in this top half of the 6th inning. That'll bring up TJ Gramesty, the catcher. He sees one inside from the hands of Green. Green's favorite show to binge watch is The Office. Curious?
I believe there's a character in The Office that shares his same name.
Goes back to second for the pickoff attempt and nearly got the likes of Mirza there. He is safe. (1-0) from Green is inside on the batter.
Yes, Clark Green is a character in The Office, only appears in the later seasons in season 9.
Haven't watched it. Is that bad?
None of The Office?
Green high.
I would say it's definitely worth watching some of The Office.
Okay, some. You notably have some grudge against a certain season or a certain point in the show?
No, I haven't sat down and watched the whole thing myself either, but I think it's just definitely one of those things that's just worth watching with people, you know? Like baseball.
It's fair. Clark Green, 3-0. Outside and high to the batter, TJ Gramesty, the FAU Atlantic, that's the same thing, Florida Atlantic Owl, will move his way to first base on a free pass. Not Monopoly, but he picks up one go anyway. It'll be Will Hack who stands into this one now 0 for 2, popped out to the first baseman, the second baseman his first time up, and flew out to center. Hard hit ball just went right to Walter out there.
Not Monopoly. I'm sure he would be wishing, though, that if he rounds the bases, he could collect $200.
Looks like Nickerson's day is done for the Big Train. Unsure who will be up next, but he is now in the pen, which means that his day will end on the books. It's a fairly good one for his debut. Green sets with 2 runners on, first and second base. Mirza the speedy at second. Popped up bunt, gets down, runner over to third. They go back to first. A fantastic pop-up bunt. It's almost a blooper in the infield, if you can even call it that. Will Hack gets to first base as he goes through his progressions too slowly. Barada, the third baseman who collected it, does.
Yeah, absolutely. Really nice height on that bunt there. Able to give it airtime, so it's hard to collect there. And third baseman Barada just hesitates enough that bases are now loaded for the top of the lineup, Julius Bonaris.
Hack will get his first single of the night on that bunt. Will drive the runner Mirza to third. Gramesty at second. Bases loaded for Bonaris. First one taken. It's on the outside portion of the plate. Strike one. Bonaris 1 for 3 tonight. Stole one. The 0-1 to the leadoff hitter at second. Big wave at the second pitch on that one, and he's down 0 for 2 for the 4th at-bat in a row tonight. Collecting himself is Green. No outs yet, 0-2. Line in the air, left field. It gets down right to the edge of the infield, but good enough for a single. One runner will come in to score. It's Hack. Gramesty follows. Play at the plate, and Gramesty is safe. A 2-run single for the leadoff hitter, Bonaris.
Bonaris showing that he is capable of just doing what he needs to with his hitting. Putting that one in the gap between second and third base, getting it down quickly, allowing 2 runners to score there. The throw coming in not really in the right spot for the catcher to make the tag, and 2 runners in for Big Train. They extend the lead in the 6th inning.
Bethesda now up 7-2. It's Bonaris' second and third runs brought in on the season. It brings up the ever-dangerous Cal Johnson, who left the yard with an 101-mile-per-hour exit velocity on his last at-bat, a homer. 2 runners on, no outs for him as Green looks to try and defend his team's 5-run deficit from getting any worse. Trying to put some gauze on this. The 1-0 to the switch hitter Johnson in the left box. fouled back. He homered from this side.
Yeah, notably tonight, Big Train 5-4-10, excuse me, with runners in scoring position. So a lot more effective than yesterday when they do get their runners on the bases.
The 1-1 is outside. He holds, and now a 2-1 count. A hitter's count, technically. Still 2 from either decision. Two 2-1. This one skied foul behind us into the empty Bob Boyd softball field. 2-2 as Green in one heck of a situation. Power bat up. Dangerous runners on. 2-2. Breaking ball is high and away. The 3-2 now as it goes full count. A 50-50 raffle here tonight for charity. You might have heard it. 3-2, full count. Cal Johnson. Swing and a miss. Waves at that one. Green gets his first out of the inning on a strikeout of Cal Johnson.
Green definitely happy there to see the back of Johnson's number walking back into the dugout. Good pitch there. Johnson just wanting all of that one and not quite making contact.
Some credit to the young Kenneth Nickerson, whose day is over. He went 2 innings, no hits allowed, a walk, and a strikeout. So only 8 batters. And it's his day almost perfect. 0-0 count is lined to the left by the hitter, Brendan Wright. This one will get down. It's off the glove of the left fielder, Ford. He tumbles with it. Bonaris thinks it's been caught. They get stuck in a pickle. First out, play at the plate. He is out at home, but there is only 2. The infield does not understand that it was not caught. Bonaris, the same situation as he tried to jog back.
Confusion here at first responder field is Cropdusters think they got 2 outs there in that play.
I'm a little lost as to what happened here. Bonaris was caught at third base, excuse me. Looks like the tag was not that close, but it did end up getting him there, which is why he slowed down. So 1 out was not on the scoreboard. Big Train didn't know because it was not on the scoreboard. They had not kept it intact. That is up to them, but it is a 7-2 lead. Big Train get double played in the old, let's see what the numbers would be. Brennan Wright goes down, or his teammates go down on a 9-5-6-2 fielder's choice double play. We'll be right back. They lead 7-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th as the Cropdusters look to try and claw their way back down 5. Big Train make their second call to the pen. They call for the righty Nathan Wines out of Eastern Carolina University, redshirted his first season as a Pirate.
Yeah, Wines out of Glen Burnie, Maryland. Looking to use this season to move him up this season with the Big Train to move him up the ranks over there at ECU. Another pitcher for the Big Train with a big frame, looking to punch that ball into the zone with a lot of speed and velocity.
Wines looking to add on to an exhibition game. But he had a pretty good one against the Coconuts. That will bring up the next batter for Olney, Andrew Duncan, the cleanup hitter out of Duke. He's seen 3 pitches tonight. He doubled the third one he saw. The first one he saw was an out, flew out. Excuse me, did not double. He struck out on the 8 pitches he's seen. Apologies, I was looking at Logan Barada's night. He has seen 4 pitches and 3 outs above him, but Duncan will come up after he turned the lineup over. Earlier in this game, he struck out his last time up. Second pitch outside from Wines, wearing 3-4. As the crowd pretty much getting into this one. Some chirps that we're seeing, and you can probably hear as well because we're actually in the crowd tonight.
Yeah, I found an opportunity to broadcast sitting just in a roost spot next to the press box here.
2-0 is slugged over the head of Panette barely. It'll be a single as Wright is in the right spot, hence the name, to collect that one and bring it in before it becomes extra bases. We've seen more extra bases tonight than singles, which is interesting considering only hit 1 double last night. That was their only extra base in an 8-6 loss. Had the opportunity to add on, though, to this 2-run total to try and find and fight their way back into this one.
Wines looking to get one back at this at-bat.
No count as the umpire will take the weighted bat, the weighted donut of the bat and make sure it's not anywhere near home plate. It'll bring up Dylan Melton, the first baseman. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out and flew out so far. He's batting at from the left side. That one in there from Wines as his first stretch work pitch is a strike. The 0-1 now as Wines sets, doesn't look anywhere towards Duncan at first. That'll be the job of Gramesty, it appears. Duncan single, trailed by Dylan Melton as he tries to do anything. Down 5, 1-1. Outside pitch, just barely. That one's close as Gramesty tosses it back to the pitcher. Sun almost over that tree line as we mentioned earlier. A very beautiful night here. No, not a cloud in the sky. Temperate, perfect weather. 2-1. Perfect weather for baseball.
Yeah, you really couldn't ask for a better day to be sitting in the stands of a baseball game, and just summer league season in full swing now, and just excited to be here, and a lovely day to be at a baseball game.
The 3-1 now from Wines. Eastern Carolina product walks his second batter, and now 2 runners on as it'll bring up the second baseman, Ryan Bouma, who bats from the right side. Heavier power threat. But the Big Train will take a moment to speak to Wines. Nobody up in the pen. Just going to take a second to readjust and make sure that this righty is all right. Still talking to Wines as country music playing here. Reminiscent of the Cotton Eye Joe melody we heard earlier. Wines will return to this one. Now with a runner on second and first. Duncan at second. The Duke product followed and trailed by Dylan Melton, the UMBC first baseman. back-to-back nights where the lineup that the Big Train has faced has a first baseman that is playing at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. 0-1. Bunt. This one gets in the air. Gonzalez fields it, throws it back as Bonaris plays first. The old 3-4 at first base, and the Big Train have one out. As if it does advance the runners, Boma does his job with what is going to go down as a sac bunt.
Yeah, bunt gets down nicely. Big Train able to clean up and make the play at first, but runners advance to second and third.
Springmeyer, the catcher out of Northern Kentucky University, fantastic defensively tonight, has had to be to prevent so many of what would have been wild pitches. You need to block, and he's done that, but not a big night with the bat. He's 0 for 2. Foul, right side. This is bottom half of the 6th. Drones on for Wines with 2 in scoring position. He's got some jam work. He must fight through.
Springmeyer in the box. Goes down on an 0-1 to a foul ball.
Xander Condelius on deck, second pitch. A strike, 0-2 now to Condelius. 2026 at East Stroudsburg. Condelius was a great batter. Not often you see a shortstop, which he is tonight, wearing 41, but he's a third baseman naturally. 0-2, Wines from the stretch. Line down the line. This one is fair. One runner will come in, a second will follow. He's got extra bases. As this one 7-4 now. 2 runs driven in by this Olney Cropdusters squad, who has their way back into this one within 3 now.
Yeah, Wines had earned his way to on top of that count, but not able to. Leaves the ball, in place that take a crack at it and just sends it flying into the backside of left field down the line.
I have an RBI double, 2 RBI double. That is a very good season for him. Now building on, as it's his first start, first appearance. Ground ball right side will get past Bonaris, who is holding on the runner. Runner will come home. Hacks throw at the plate, cut off by Gonzalez, who probably should not have done that, but was just making sure the throw wasn't going to go wayward as it was close to the ground. Either way, it's a good play by Gonzalez to make sure it doesn't go wayward. It is going to hit the ground no matter what, right at the lip there, and he calls his bat. I don't think that is anything to worry about. The runner from second does score, and it's 7-5, the tying run at the plate. Xander Condelius drives one in as Ben Ford comes in.
Yeah, Gramsci there a little upset he didn't get the chance to make that tag at home there to prevent another run.
Wines no way out of this one other than himself. Nobody warming in the pen. Ford is 0 for 2 tonight, reached on a 6-4 fielder's choice. The 1-0 now from Wines. Inside pitch. That one's a ball, 2-0 count now. Hitter's count for the young Ford. With one swing, could equalize this one at 7 and continue a mark of high-scoring games for these two teams, which has been a trend if you consider one game long enough for a trend. 2-0 from Wines. Outside, low, dugout and crowd really getting into this one.
Yeah, 14 runs for the Cropdusters last night in their game against the Giants. And would you believe it, 23 runs in the Big Train opener at Shirley Povich last night against the Thunderbolts.
Southern Maryland game is final. They beat the South County Braves 7-3. The 3-0 from Nathan Wines is a 4-0. He walks. Ford will reach first on the free pass. In another situation with 2 runners on as Wines continues to struggle with stretch work. Xander Condelius at second. He had an RBI single. If you're just tuning in, Big Train have themselves a jam with new pitcher Nathan Wines in. 0-0 to the next batter, Cade Walter. They're back to the top of the lineup. Walter batting from the left side and his bright yellow bat.
Yeah, Wines here struggling a little bit to find the zone and find the rhythm to really throw consecutive strikes here.
Nobody warming, 1-0. 2 on. Strike in there as Cade Walter sees his second pitch of the AB as a strike. Wine's the third pitcher on the bump, following Dolby and Nickerson. Dolby 2 runs earned, Nickerson none. 1-1. Foul back and a 1-2 count for the Jacksonville Dolphin. Up in the pen now for the big train is going to be the number 36. It'll be the second appearance for Jordan Capuno, who's actually not warming. He's just playing hacky sack with his bullpen catcher. Really thought that was it. He grabbed his glove and everything. 1-2 now from Wines at the stretch. Fires. Foul back again, and the Walter stays alive.
Finding a way to stay loose at least. Choosing to stay loose with the
Capuno
sack over there in the bullpen.
last night walked 2 batters, then was promptly pulled. As Kaiser Smith followed him, he earned the win in 2 innings of work, where he struck out 4 was perfect. 1-2. Strike 3 looking. Sat down on strikes. Cade Walter brings that out total to 2 as he watches one looking. It'll bring up Donis Rodriguez. The second baseman traditionally DHing tonight. He's on 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. Walked his last time up in the last inning. Was stranded ultimately. Donis will see strike 1 on that upper portion of the plate. As fastball is in there, Wines, I think, worrying a little bit less about where that pitch is and more that it's just flat in the zone. 0-1 count now as he shakes off the sign, prepares himself here from the stretch. Strike 2 in there. Donis not happy with that call.
Wines finding some rhythm after that last strikeout and delivering 2 strikes to start out this at-bat against Rodriguez.
Former Dominican Summer Leaguer. Was struck out 40 times in 2 seasons there at 2022 and 2023. 0-2, ground ball up the middle. Bonaris has to dive for it. He gets it, can't get it anywhere. It will stop the runner from getting home. A sensational place by Bonaris holds the likes of Condilas, who is not too fast at third, but it will be an RBI single for Rodriguez and will postpone the issue. Tying run at second, leading run at first, and the break into this game run at the plate. It's Logan Barada, the slugging lefty.
Not able to get an out, but a great dive there by Bonaris and keeps the runners all on the bases.
Barada, a Jacksonville Dolphin. 0-2. That one high to the batter, Barada. If he gets on here, it'll, no matter what, as long as it's not an out, get one closer to the equalizer at least. And also turn the lineup over in this inning. The 0-1. That one high. The 1-0, excuse me, goes to 2-0. Hitters count. Barada. A lot on his bat here. Watches it go by. Did not swing. 3-0 the count, in danger of walking the hitter with a serious jam. Ducks on the pond. Wines, Eastern Carolina redshirt year. Has yet to pitch in that D1 level of college. 3-0. That one high again. He can't get his fastball down. And a walk. 7-6. Bethesda now in serious danger as an RBI walk from Barada will bring up Andrew Duncan, who got this whole thing going with an RBI with a regular single to start the inning.
Cropdusters got behind last night, not able to bring it back, and not looking to do the same thing tonight. Really fighting for it.
Cross out those 7s on your scorebook. They batted around in the 6th. Duncan, the right fielder out of Duke, extremely important spot. He sees this one high. Warming in the pen is Campuno. And this time for real, not just hacky sack. Campuno walked 2 and no outs yesterday. Was promptly pulled. 1-0. That one on the inside portion of the plate, still a ball. 2-0. As Duncan has himself a hitter's count. He's a cleanup hitter in a slugging spot with a lot of slug in his bat. This one could be broken into pieces. A 7-2 lead worked all the way now to 7-6. 2-0. Gramercy having a conversation with Wines that a long time coming. He's missed high on his last 10 pitches.
Yeah, Wines.
Rodriguez took one of those up the middle, but
yeah, Wines need to find a way to bring that ball down and close to the zone, or else it's going to be some more runs here for the Cropdusters.
the 3-0 count now. As Gramercy returns to home plate, Duncan steps back in. Crucial moments here as the sun has finally reached itself over the tree lines. Not technically set for another 20 minutes here. First Responder Park, big train on the away side. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Olney has the potential to smash this one right open. Ground ball very hard left side. 3-0 green light for Duncan. Yellow bat from Duncan, wearing full black sleeves and white gloves. The 3-1 from Wines. Outside, he walked him. Ford makes it home. Situation worsening as Duncan reaches first on the RBI walk. Rodriguez advances to third. Barada to second. This game is all tied up, a 5-run 6th. You know, that reminds me of.
Yeah, kind of an opposite problem here tonight for the Big Train than last night. Didn't start off their pitching great, but found some more rhythm later. And good start here for the pitching, but trailing off here with Wines in the 6th inning. Excuse me.
They fell down 7-2 yesterday and were not able to come back. 8-6 loss. This team has continued, though, to slug. Extra base hits today aplenty. 0-1. Wines' second pitch is inside as the first one to the batter, Dylan Melton, was in for strike 1. Melton left side of the plate, he'll bat with his bright yellow wood. 1-1. Line in the air to left field. It gets down for a base hit. One runner will score. A second trailing behind him. A third as right throw will come in. There'll be a play at the plate as Machado sails it into Gramercy. A RBI double. 3 of them. 10-7. Dusters have the lead.
And that's just exactly the hit that the Cropdusters needed there. They put it deep into left field. Left fielder had no chance at that one, had to get it back in, and the speedy Cropdusters put 3 past the plate while he got to second base.
Dylan Melton, first game of the season, and he's got himself one heck of a game regardless. A guy you do not ever want to see with bases loaded. Last year crushed the ball at UMBC. Surely a guy who is going to also have interest in these bigger colleges. He's got 3 more years of eligibility. Second team American East in his first ever season after a medical red shirt and a regular red shirt. Held him out in 24 and 25. 26, he had 465 on the OBP department, 460 in the slug. 1-0 to the next batter. Ryan Booma gets away again. And a wild pitch advances the runner to third. Wines, they're just trying to get him through this inning as it's been an 8-run bottom of the 6th.
Big Train just need 1 out to get out of this and turn around and try and put some runs back on the Cropdusters that they're finally trailing to here in the 6th inning.
2-0. Turns to 3-0. Wines missed outside. Capuno in the pen, probably his last batter. He's got the righty-righty advantage. Wood for the next batter as well, Springmeyer, 3-0. Wines, high and away, but you walked him again.
Just not able to find that zone right now, Wines. Starting to get into a little bit of rhythm, but just lost it quickly.
That will end the day, likely, of Wines. Pitcher comes up. It's Capuno coming into this one, 36. He walked 2 and did not get an out his last appearance last night. And they'll have to go to the call to the pen. Wines will give up 8 runs on 43 pitches, all earned. We'll be right back here in the bottom half of the 6th. The Cropdusters roaring for 8 runs. Back to baseball. Not great baseball if you're a Bethesda Big Train fan. Fantastic baseball if you're an Olney Cropdusters fan. 8 runs in this bottom half of the 6th, and it isn't even over. The Youngstown State Penguin, who did not play last season due to injury, Jordan Capuno, is in now. His season was, weirdly, he's got a second appearance in a second game as a pitcher because he threw 8 pitches yesterday, walked 2 guys, and promptly was replaced in a very clutch spot, top 8 in a tie game at 11.
Chance of redemption tonight for Capuno.
Capuno has issues hitting the zone since his injury. This is his second ever appearance in a game after his sad injury. First pitch, the runners at the corners. He has got Ryan Bouma at first. Andrew Duncan, the cleanup bat from Duke, at third. He was looking to score his second time this inning. The 1-0. See a James Wood jersey in the crowd. I don't know why. That was actually not particularly exceptional because I forgot we were in the DMV area. 1-0 from Capuno. Inside and high, he also struggles hitting the zone. As this is going to potentially get from bad to worse. Capuno with some high velo from his side as he gets back into this one after an injury last season. Happened on his first appearance, went 4.2 in the 2025 Big Train season, where his elbow Gave out partially a foul ball on the left side. Nowhere near the field of play. Actually, almost struck a drone.
There is a drone on the foul side of the left side, just hovering above the field tonight.
Some good jerseys around tonight. CJ Abrams, Jersey Kids in a full National City Connect 2.0 uniform. 2-1 from Capuno in this nightmare of a bottom of the 6th. And a big wave at that one for Landon Springmeyer. Springmeyer's first time up this inning. He doubled 2 home. That was the first 2 runs of this inning.
And Capuno, knowing that all he needs to do, what his job is right now, is come in and get 1 out.
2-2. He will likely stay. That's his job for now. Inside pitch, breaking ball, nearly touched the top portion of the plate at the end there, but left a little forward. A 3-2 count now. Payoff. The runner on first and third. This one has continued to prove difficult, as the Big Train pitchers have given him 21 runs in the past 16 innings of play. 3-2. Inside again, he walked him, Capuno. Fastball can't be placed, and another bases loaded jam again in the 6th inning. We'll move Puma over to second. Maintaining his position is Duncan. Excuse me, Duncan already scored. It's Melton over there at first, third. And Springmeyer advances. Now bringing up the shortstop, Candelas.
Continues to be a dangerous position here for the Cropdusters. Bases loaded now. Capuno really needed to get an out here for the Big Train.
Weesh. Inside. Very close to the head of the East Stroudsburg shortstop. Everybody knows, the building knows he did not mean to throw at him.
Good dodge by him to stay out of the way and not get hit by that one. Back into the box. 1-0.
There are some guys who will let that hit the helmet, and there are some guys who reasonably and rightfully, I would say, get out of the way. 1-0 from Capuno. That one in there. It's a good fastball. 1-1 tied at that count is Capuno. Tries to work his way out. 1-1. That one in there. It's a good breaking ball on the inside portion of the plate. Front door is open. He gets a strike.
Capuno ahead here, 1-2.
The end of the day for the pitcher, Nathan Wines, who goes .2 innings with 8 earned runs on 5 hits and 5 walks. The 1-2 now from Capuno. Very inside pitch. He has to actually pull his foot all the way out of the batter's box to even swing at that in a 1-2. That would have hit him if he had let it get past him, or he whiffed at it.
Yeah, it looked like it might have crept in there.
Counts 1-2 as Capuno looks to stop the bleeding. Two low and a bouncing ball. Nathan Wines threw 42 pitches in that jam. For reference, Dolby went 3 tonight for 53. Nickerson 2 with 29. The 2-2 now as Capuno tries to apply the gauze. Fouled back.
Long 6th inning here. Big Train trying to get the final out to send Cropdusters back to the dugout and have their own chance at digging themselves out another hole.
Approaching a full hour mark. 2-2. He swung. Bandage applied. 8 runs conceded on 7 hits in this inning. Not to mention the 6 walks. Big Train escape, not without severe damage. The Cropdusters fly by. It's a 10-7 score as we head to the top half of the 7th on the Big Train Baseball Network. Hello and welcome back to baseball on the Bethesda Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cash, joined by Zach Lewis. It's the top half of the 7th inning, and the Big Train did just give up 8 runs in the bottom half of the 6th, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, but this game's actually not over. Only down by 3. Momentum obviously flying with Olney right now. The Dusters have left us in the dust, it feels like, but it's only a 3-run deficit, and again, Big Train came back by 6 last night. For the batters, they need to pick their guys up. It's a very potent lineup and one that will score a lot of runs this game. We'll see if they can overcome the mountain they've been given, though. It'll bring up Daniel Machado, who will come after a 9-5-6-2 fielder's choice double play. At end of the last inning, he skies this one in the air to center. Walter under it. And out, as that will start with a...
Yeah, and a good offensive start from the Big Train, maybe saving them here a little bit in this match. Able to get up quite a few runs on the Cropdusters. Obviously, giving up that lead at this point, being down 3, 10-7, but at least they are in this game only 3 runs away with plenty of baseball left to play tonight.
Nathan Wine's stat total will finish at .2 innings pitched with 5 hits and 8 earned runs. 0-0 now to the batter, Gonzalez, who mashes one down the line. Surely gone if it's fair. Very foul, though.
Very foul.
Very foul. He's 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI double in the first. Scored the second of the Big Train's 7 runs. The 0-1 from Green. Now as Gonzalez stands in, the 6'3", 240 righty, lefty, as the righty delivers to him, 1-1 now as that one misses. Did tally a strikeout on that one for the scoreboard watchers at home. 1-2 is mashed foul.
Panette over there in the warming up, having a duck. That ball kind of...
His reaction time far too late because that one would have drilled him. But
absolutely.
Anyway. You know, he gave it the effort. 1-2, Gonzalez from Green. Inside pitch, he has to duck a little bit out of the way and move a little bit back, scooch away.
Almost like a jellyfish scooched away.
Two. Gonzalez will watch ball 3, much to the dismay of the fans in this park.
Yeah, Cropdusters did not think that one was outside, but umpire just seeing it on the far side of the plate. Gonzalez back up for the full count.
Baseball's a greedy friend. You always want more. They had 8 in the bottom half of this inning, and they do not want to let anyone back into this one in this Big Train lineup. 3-2. Gonzalez grounds it foul as this at-bat extended again. Now a 6-pitch minimum.
Cropdusters would love to get this out here. Sending Gonzalez would be a great way on their way to preserving this lead that they've built up.
3-2. He waves at that one. A high fastball gets him under as he goes down swinging. A wave at that one. Gonzalez now will bring up Panette, who will come up after the strikeout. The Big Train dugout not too loud compared to a lot of these other teams so far we've seen.
Yeah, they seem to be a quieter crew. Definitely supportive of their team, but doing it in a more poised and professional way.
With Sal Colangelo at the head, as that one hits the ground, then plunks Panette, so it will not be a hit by pitch. But he has been the Big Train manager for 20 seasons, not including 2020. Obviously, no season played here in the Calgary Consumer League. There is one time he has not been in the championship series. Well, no, fouled back. That was 2006, his second year. He won the championship his first year, obviously, in 2005. And since then, he has been runner-up, or outright champion of this league. 11-time champions, 10-time outright, 1-1. That one low to the batter in the box, Panette. There is a almost expectation that this team wins, that Sal puts on them. We talk a lot about them. Sean McAvoy, our writer, talks a lot about that. You'll see his quotes with Sal. It's all about this is an expectation where they want to win. These teams are rowdy because they want to get into this one as Panette gets into one. Deep into left center. Great play by the left fielder, Ford. He comes down with a diving as Panetta is robbed of extra bases. They'll go half to the bottom half of the 7th. Cropdusters will look to try and add on to a big lead that could grow wider in the bottom half of the 7th. Notably, we haven't stretched here in the bottom half of the 7th. No, take me out to the ball game at First Responder Field today. I got to say, that's my one complaint tonight. This is a beautiful, beautiful night. The only disruption in the sky, the jet trails of a passerby passenger jet. Aligning right over center field. It is pretty, to say the very least. Obviously, we are we're in the Cal Ripken Senior League. We're the Shirley Povich Field. Residing Big Train. This is one of the best places to be in this entire conference, and I highly recommend if you are a fan, you should come out. No matter if you're at the Cropdusters game or not, Big Train play the Cropdusters away later on this season. You can check that at the Cal Ripken Senior League website on the schedule that Zach so viciously worked on for about 2 hours 2 weeks ago.
Lots of spreadsheet work and making sure all the numbers were in the correct places.
Capuano's first pitch to the batter will result in an immediate ground out. That is a pinch hitter for them. Did not fully get around to it. Apologize for that. It was the pitcher, Nolan Ross, who just hit. So I guess he also is a two-way player. His first appearance this year not from the mound, but instead the batter's box. That will then bring up the top half of the order. It might have been 16. Could have been Ben Ford. Probably was Ben Ford. Let me go ahead and say that was Ben Ford. These denim jerseys that they have are very cool, but they're really hard to read the numbers because the numbers are the same color.
Yes. That would probably be my one biggest complaint about these jerseys. They're very fun and cool. Definitely something I haven't seen before with the design of an overall, but numbers a little hard to read.
1-0 count. Now to the batter, Cade Walter. He is tripled and singled, but has gone silent since that third inning triple. 2 for 4 today with a strikeout. Person with a Martha's Vineyard's Sharks shirt on of the New England Collegiate Baseball League. 2-0 count now to the batter, Cade Walter, the center fielder tonight. That one inside to him as a 3-0 count. Capuano in danger of distributing a second walk of the night.
Campuno knowing he needs to put together some outs and strikeouts here in order to preserve what he can.
3-0 from Capuno. That one misses outside, and it's a free pass for Cade Walter. He will be the first batter in an inning where they will try and get another rally going to extend a 10-7 lead that they built last half inning off of an 8-run inning solely off of the pitcher Nathan Wines or the Big Train. He'll drop Donis Rodriguez again in Millersville. Second baseman DHing tonight. He is currently 2 for 3. He's got himself 1 RBI. Walked. First pitch from Capuno in there for strike 1. Capuno, and he will have his more stretch work. He's done better as he is from the pen. He stretches the entire time. Some bullpen guys are also starters and opt to wind. He does not. 0-1. Pitch high. Gramesty, though, has the opportunity to swing him down. And the second caught stealing tonight as he's gunned down his second runner. Every throw he's made or challenge he's made has caught the runner regardless. The only stolen base coming on a no throw from Gramesty. Do not run on the small FAU Owl.
Yeah, Gramnesty seeing that one all the way and getting a great throw. Once again, perfect placement to get the tag down at second base.
Bases cleared now on the 1-1. Will be able to ease his stretch. He pitches from slightly to the right side of the mound. 1-1 is low and away. Similar to the first pitch of the AB, just more outside. Broke a bit more.
That out also taking a little bit of the pressure off Campuno there. Now just needs one more out to get out of this inning unscathed.
Capuno, 2-1. Rodriguez in there. His bat starts very high above his head. Reminds me a lot of Leori Garcia. That's some certain definitive ball knowledge you have to have with the White Sox, though. And
well, there's only one member of the broadcast team here that's going to have that.
July 11th, he will be hitting in a home run derby after the game. Not sure really why he was chosen, but I'm very glad he was. Anyway, 3-1. That one just high as it will walk Rodriguez. His second time with an administered free pass today. The second administered free pass of the inning. Logan Barada will come in to try and drive the runner home. That has been a very good outing from Capuno compared to his first, where he just walked to and was promptly pulled due to the situation. Has the opportunity to get out of 4 out scoreless. He's gone 1 inning full already with the trail end of that 6.
Yeah, Campuno showing why he's a part of this pitching staff and why he was brought here this summer, what he was here to do, and showing a lot of resilience here, especially on a bounce-back night where he didn't quite have the night how he wanted last night.
Strike 1 low. Capuno will look back over the runner at first. He sets again. Rocks. Aims, fires on the upper outside portion of that strike zone. Not outside, just almost outside. Probably most of that pitch was very good paint. Count will fall to 0-2. A hole for the batter now. Barada, who has not had the day he has been hoping for up until the last inning in the 6th. He scored on the walk. He was administered. 0-2. Strike 3 looking. Capuno sits down his final runner of the 8th inning. Big Train have themselves, or bottom of the 7th, excuse me. Big Train have themselves more in the top of the 8th. They'll try and fight back with only 6 outs to their name. Jackson Mirza will come to the dish for this Bethesda Big Train squad, down 3. Clark Green still on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. He's accumulated pretty good stat so far. First one waved at by Mirza. A walk and 2 strikeouts from Clark Green, who has also given up 4 hits, 2 runs.
Solid outing from him so far.
0-1 will be distributed. That one inside and low to the next batter on the board, or the same batter on the board, excuse me, Mirza. It's the top of the 8th here. Sun has set, I believe, definitely over the tree line. We're not getting any more sun. 1-1. Ground ball left side. It'll be a tough play to make for Barava. Throw is on the ground, and he is out at first. A great play from Barada. And he is caught at that first base side.
Yeah, Mirza understandably not.
Mirza warned by the umpire. Pointed, so that is an official warning to Mirza as the umpire points at him.
Yeah,
is that hand motion.
Understandably a little upset there. That definitely a very close call and could have been given either way, and oftentimes that one is given to the runner. So Mirza upset there and earning himself a warning for his dissension.
Colangelo going to bat for his batter here. I mean, you have to imagine Mirza appears in that close play safe to Colangelo. He will talk to the first base umpire. He's asked to have a conversation. Gramesty stands in the box. Skip going to bat for his center fielder. He was caught at first by Barada. Argument ensuing on the foul line. Colangelo is ejected for the first time this season in a very calm manner. After an official warning to Mirza, Colangelo is tossed. Oh, Mirza was ejected. That was not an official warning I've been given, Aaron.
Coach Sal going to fight for his player, and the umpire just having none of it, tossing him out there on what seemed like a very mild-mannered. Obviously, we don't know what was said there in that conversation, but things get just a little bit heated here. Sal maybe trying to get some fire under his players for the remainder of this game.
Smiles from the dugout, and that's exactly what you're hoping for when that happens. Your guys are feeling better, and it's a distraction. Gramesty actually at the plate talked to me about that. When you have guys struggling, it's all about putting it back together and distracting your guys long enough to where they can find themselves a groove and latch on to that momentum. It's tough for teams that are down big and are struggling for it. Gramesty discussing with the other catcher on the other side. Springmeyer, who's been swashbuckling all day back there, making saves and preventing wild pitches. 0 for the likes of them today, but an ejection for Colangelo and Mirza as both the center fielder of the Big Train and the skip have been sent home early tonight. Colangelo leaving the dugout now. Big wave at that one from Mirza on the second pitch of the at-bat. One Green distributing from the right side. And that one in there. Strike 2. Gramesty's not sure. He's asking where it was or how close it was to being out. It's a good pitch. Mirza also leaving the dugout now. 1-2. That one low and away. As if the runner was on, he would have surely gone to second. Springmeyer doesn't have to make a big save there. Or actually any. There's nobody on. So.
Nobody on base. Count 2-2.
Wave at that one. Gramesty is well behind it. Strike out. He goes down waving, his first time being extinguished tonight. It'll bring up Will Hack. And after the ejection there, he'll strike out from Gramesty. Hack 1 for 3 tonight. Singled his last time up, but was eventually left stranded.
Big Train trying to find some more energy to inject into this lineup to get the bats moving and get somebody on base.
Nobody on First pitch from Green is out and away. Back a taller frame. We're going to put some juice into this ball. This game is still close, 10-7 after 8 straight unanswered from the Dusters. 1-0. Line drive left field. That one low and foul.
Good swing, but just creeps on the wrong side of the left side foul line.
Creeps was definitely a word. We had hit the fence before it hit the ground, so. But it did hit the pretty far fence, and it was a low line drive. Could have skipped the ground, catch the grass. 1-1. Hack! All of this ball left field at the wall, barely stays in the park. The night wind caught that one, as that will be the end of the inning, the top half at least, for the Big Train. They'll go out the bottom half of the 8th, where the Cropdusters will look to add on to a 8 in a row, 10-7 lead. Capuano will look to try and add on to what has been a good Big Train pitching relief appearance from him. Bruce Adams, the owner of the Big Train, in here tonight. Move it over to our left.
An update on our ejections. Coach Sal and Jackson Mirza will both not be available for tomorrow's night because of the ejections.
Cal Ripken Senior League rule. Big wave at that one for the first batter up. It's Andrew Duncan, who has just been dunking on this Big Train squad tonight. He has been mashing. That game tomorrow will be at Gaithersburg. We'll be live here at 7 p.m. where you can catch all the action. 10-7, Big Train have their way into this one. A save opportunity coming up for whoever they choose. Could be Green again. 0-1. This is a absolutely tattooed ball way into the left field night. Andrew Duncan just took that ball and sent it to Mars. You can find that one in Baltimore, all the way gone. Goodness gracious, second pitch of the inning has been
94 miles per hour off his bat there. That just sailed into the night sky. As soon as you saw that leave his bat, no doubt that was gone. An incredible piece of hitting, and what a night for him tonight.
The bullpen moving now for the Cropdusters. No longer a safe situation for whoever comes in after this. That's a tough one. Capuno gives up his first run of the season. It is a homer as Duncan goes pull over the Riverside Sports advertisement left. That one high as the Big Train fall behind now 11-7. After starting off with a 7-2 lead, that is 9 straight from the Cropdusters. Game has been flipped on its head. 1-0 now from Capuno. Capuno, excuse me. Trying to just get out of this one, eat some innings for the Big Train. If you are just tuning in, Big Train giving up 9 straight, obviously. Sal Colangelo ejected from this one, as well as Jackson Mirza, the center fielder, after a call disagreed with at first. He'll be out for tomorrow's game against at Gaithersburg as well. 2-0. Night fully set in. You can still see the wavering colors over the foul territory trees.
Beautiful gradient sunset tonight here at First Responder Field in what was just a beautiful day for baseball.
2-1 now from Capuno. That one outside? No, just inside. Excuse me. A good pitch that just barely touches the upper left-hand portion of the zone. Olney slowly trying to get their first win of the season. The Dusters have to only get 3 more outs, as waving at that one is Dylan Melton. He is sat down on strikes. That'll likely end his day at the plate unless the Big Train can come up with 4 runs in the top half of this 9th inning. 2 outs now, or 1 out, excuse me, as it'll bring up the batter Ryan Booma. Booma, he's second baseman tonight. 1 for 2, walked twice.
Yeah, Capuno needing this out in order to give the Big Train any shot in the top of the 9th to tie or go ahead in this game. Really not any more runners through.
Outside for the first strike. Boom out of Frostburg State University. Local to here, correct? Bit like
Frostburg is an hour and a half to 2 hours away from here, so feels local in Maryland.
1-0. Hard ground ball to the right side. That will get through past Bonners. Another single here as they looking to tack on more runs.
An interesting geographical fact about Maryland is it is so much longer east to west than it is north to south. So Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. are all north to south, much closer to each other than parts of, say, eastern to western Maryland.
I'm curious. This is a dumb question for me. It's actually fairly similar, and if you're curious, because Illinois is pretty wide. That's like a fairly wide state, so about average with state. It's about 215 miles. Maryland's 184. For 2 states that are very different in size. As that hit the bat, actually, of the man at the dish. Hit the knob, so he will actually not walk, because the matter of what part of the bat is the hand and what part of the bat is the bat. That part, the bat. I mean, it literally is. So 1-0 there, as that one misses inside. The runner does steal a base in the chaos. Not a foul ball, though, so a little unsure of what it hit.
Yeah, I don't know quite what that ended up striking on the batter, but the runner does advance from first to second there.
Gramsty will talk to his pitcher, as it is Lennon Springmeyer who takes that first pitch ball. Entering blowout territory potentially, as well, but entering out of reach territory, as this one is a difficult comeback to be made. 1-0 now to the batter. It's Springmeyer. Second pitch in there, gets over the head of Gramsty, can't find it, and the runner at third goes his second stolen base of the game and night. Or excuse me, of the inning and night.
Tough a couple of tough pitches there from Campuno for Gramnesy to handle, and the runner advances all the way over to third base.
Springmeyer at the dish, 1 for 3 tonight. Has drawn a walk. He was stranded in the 6th. He's also got a run on that double, so an RBI. 2-0 now. Ooh, very inside. (3-0). Bruno Nadrov walking a runner with 1 at third. Delivers in there for strike 1. Springmeyer thought that one was a ball. Bottom of the 8th. Things are tense here. Sky turning gradient, stars appearing. The 3-1 now. That one high and inside, a walk from Campuno. It'll be his second base runner of the inning. Well, actually, one ran the bases. His third base runner of the inning, as one got to walk freely. It left the park. The big train down 11-7. Runners at the corners for Campuno. If you're just tuning in, 1 out in this bottom of the 8th, trying to find their way to the top of the 9th to get an unscathed carve into this one. Oof, inside pitch. Dallas, a very close one to hitting him, stays in.
Big Train are going to need a big defensive effort in order to keep a perfect record to start the season.
1-1, the record for both teams if the result stays. Big Train are 1-0, only 0-1. That one in there, strike, runner goes. TJ Gramnesty gives up a stolen base on the throw. Now the third steal of the inning, as it will be the pinch runner in over at second. As that is not Springmeyer. We did not see him go out.
That throw there from Gramnesty to stop the runner was a little bit more on the third base side of the plate, or the bag, excuse me, and resulted in the runner getting over there safe.
The runner is number 44. He will have taken, that means, the number of now pitching Clark Green 32. So somebody's got a number that's different, and they're standing at second. So we've been scrambled a little bit on these rosters that Olney gave us. 2-1. Foul ball backside right, as now the count rolls to 2-2 as that one picked up by the bat boy and the Olney dugout. 2-2. Count might be 2-1 as the scoreboard has adjusted. Big wave at that one, and it was 2-2. He just strikes out. And that is 2 outs now, both on strikeouts for Campuno. 2 in scoring position. He's got himself a real jam here. It'll be on the bat of Ben Ford to decide this one as 2 runners on. Campuno looking to add on to what has been an all right night in relief. Just eating an inning or two here, trying to leave it with only 1 earned, as he has now gone through 2 full innings of work, looking for 2.1. Batting is 16, Ford. He has that pistachio colored, I don't know if that's pistachio, mint colored batting tape. Second pitch in there from Campuno. It's a 2-0 count now. Zach, obviously a tough night for the big train. I'll ask you this question after the pitch as the 2-0 comes together. Campuno sets right about his chest. That one in there, a high breaking ball. You have a tough night like tonight. You give up 8 runs. What do you tell your pitching staff tomorrow about this? What do you say to them? if you are the pitching coach tomorrow and whoever the interim manager for tomorrow will be for Colangelo?
I think the pitchers need to be a little more forgetful in terms of
3-1 as it misses.
when the batter leaves the box, whatever the result may have been of that swing, whether it was a home run, a walk, or a strikeout, having the same mentality every single time the new batter comes up to just focus on singular at-bats and strikeouts, and that way to stay in a little bit more of a rhythm and put more consecutive strikeouts and outs together.
The reliance on fielders has been low tonight. A lot of walks. 3-1 to 3-2. That one a breaking ball that just nails the big heart of the plate. Down Broadway, but Ford decides not to swing. It'll be a payoff pitch now. 3-2, 2 runners on at second and third. Big Train trying to work their way out and go into the top of the ninth with 3 outs remaining with down only 4. Full count. He has to step out of the box again to swing at that one, reminiscent of earlier where he ended up striking out. Actually ended up grounding out, excuse me.
I think about a second thing to say to the pitching staff was to be just exactly to your point, to trust the fielders you have. There's a great defense behind these pitchers, and to really trust them to make the plays that they need to and not to do too much as a pitching staff.
Let's go Ted Lasso, be a goldfish. 3-2, full count. Another payoff as that last one from Ford was fouled off. Capuno delivers. This one skied into the air to right. Be a tough run for the right fielder. Hackey can't get it. Gets down. As the new right fielder in the game, Casey Carpenter can't get it. It goes out of play as it rolls into the bullpen. Is thrown into Bonaris as that one scores 1. The runner at second as well home, 2. A 13-7 lead. As Casey Carpenter, the defensive replacement, can't make that play. A very tough run at that one. 13-7 lead, now 6. As the Cropdusters have 11 unanswered.
Yeah, this one unfortunately just getting away from the Big Train, not able to sit that batter down.
Lefty Cade Walter, 2 for 4 tonight with a walk, triple, single.
Walter has had a great night and has able to showcase what he can do best as well, which is steal bases.
Well, he does lead the league in stolen bases, but he was caught stealing tonight. Had to get a steal otherwise. So 1 for 2 on the night. Couldn't steal any in his second at-bat because he tripled. And, you go home and that's not really one you steal too often. 0-2, though, as he waves at the second pitch. Capuno trying to escape. A 3-run 8th. High. That one misses again. As 1-2, the waste pitch isn't collected on deck. Donis Rodriguez, the former Dominican League Summer Leaguer for the Milwaukee Brewers in 2022 and 2023. Pretty interesting to see a guy who graduated high school in the Dominican Republic. The 1-2 misses high and, has made his way to the States at Millersville University studying construction management.
Yeah,
Domingo High School as well.
Yeah, obviously a lot of potential for this guy coming out and as a young player in the Dominican League, but just finding his way in his baseball career, however his path kind of takes him this way.
2-2. Big wave at that one. This one ends the inning. 3 strikeouts for Campuno, but he does give up 3 runs on 2 hits and a homer. So 3. We'll be right back in the top half of the ninth. The Big Train will look to make the unlikely 6-run turnover to keep this one alive. Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cass. Looks like it's going to be the likes of Nolan Ross or Nolan Ross. It's difficult to tell. Looks like Nolan Ross, the lefty out of Dickinson College, Bethesda, Maryland native. Yes, that is going to be him. Did not get confirmation over the PA until then.
Yeah, Nolan Ross out of Walter Johnson High School. Someone who our organization is named after, the Big Train, the greatest pitcher in baseball.
Got a few guys from there who haven't played yet. It's the first Walter Johnson High Schooler to play against or for the Big Train this season. Nolan Ross, 2026 at Dickinson, had an 8.83 ERA, gave up 34 earned runs in 34 innings. Some tough jams, had a lot of good innings as well, though. The 0-0 count now. Big wave from Bonaris, who stands in, trying to lead off in the leadoff spot this 9th inning. The 1-1 from Ross from the left side. Breaking ball in there. 1-2 now. That is a fantastic pitch. That one air-bended almost. The 1-2. That one low and away, a bouncer. Bonaris will get the count to 2-2 from Ross. A walk here could be the start of something big, but it's 6 runs, the full comeback of yesterday.
Yeah, not so much time to do it here for the Big Train, but it starts with 1. You got to get 1 person on the bag.
2-2, missed low and away, another bouncing curve. Big Train pitching has conceded a grand total of 24 runs in the past 2 days. They won one of those games. They're in the midst here in the top half of the 9th of potentially losing one. 3-2, full count to the leadoff hitter, Bonaris. Ross delivers, grounded on the floor of the Big Train dugout. Smiles around, things are relaxed after earlier's contention. 3-2. Full count. Foul back towards us. I flinched.
I didn't, but it was headed straight towards me.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like, I tilted like a degree backwards.
Leaned backwards.
Degree matters a lot in baseball. Launch angle, a lot of deciding where homers go and don't go. Wow. 3-2. Full count is lined in the air. It's a high blooper, actually. That goes into the glove of Walter. The quick center fielder is able to get under it, settle, and collect the first down of the 9th inning for Ross.
Johnson up, having already hit one out of the park today.
Yeah, he crushed a ball to right earlier from the left side of the plate. Now he's batting from the right against the lefty Ross.
Actually pinged it off the Cropdusters field back there.
Against the Yorktown Coconuts, he actually homered from the right side and in the park home run in Saturday's exhibition. Coconuts are not a member of the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League. We will not see their Hawaiian gradient jerseys again.
Something to give some competition to the Cropdusters jerseys here.
0-1 Ross will deliver inside at the shins level. The 1-1 now delivered from the Dickinson Dragon. That one on the upper outer reaches of the zone. It's a good pitch. If he was in the left side of the box, Johnson could have turned on that one, decides to lay off of it, as it is a difficult one to poke into the left there, or right, excuse me. 1-2 now from Ross, inside again. It's a slider that kind of breaks in too late. Two. Big wave at that one. He is sat down, waving at it. Johnson strikes out for the 2nd time tonight in the 9th. Final out, hope will be the likes of Brennan Wright playing in left today. The University of South Alabama Jaguar will get one more chance at things. Good night last night. Today he is 0 for 3 with a walk. You know, flew into the calm 9-5-6-2 fielder's choice. Happens. Not often. Definitely does, though. As that one low to right. Chilly now. Feeling a little bit of cold, actually. My nose is running. 1-0. Foul ball territory. Popped into the air. This one's over. 13-7. It is 11 unanswered from the Olney Cropdusters to work their way all the way back from down 7-2. A big hats off to them in what has been a contentious matchup. We'll see them again Saturday night at Shirley Povich. Be sure to come out then. Everybody kind of struggling with 2 outs, but that one big inning. Wines gets the loss in that inning. 0.2 innings pitched. He gave up 8 earned runs. For the Big Train, they move on tomorrow to Gaithersburg, at Gaithersburg. Not much to say about that one other than a difficult one to move on from, but not too hard. Tomorrow will be another day for them as they head on the road to Gaithersburg, as we just mentioned. Stream will be here then at 7 p.m. I've been Carson Cass in the booth with Zach Lewis. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.
Thank you so much for coming out tonight's game. We'd like to thank you, the fans, for your support tonight and all season long.